All right, welcome in, you guys. I'm just going to get everybody in on all the different platforms. I am Charity, aka NiceComps. I'm a reseller out of South Austin area in good old Texas. And we are going to do pictures of stuff to sell online. So if you're interested in making moolah, or you're a reseller, or maybe you're not a reseller, or you're just like, who is this crazy, freaky girl with way too many Star Wars decorations? Stick around. It's fun. Sharing is caring. Hey, Robin. Nurse is here. Nurse, shouldn't you be sleeping? What are you doing awake? Mark, what's up? Brian's here. Paige is here. God is here. Good morning. All right. If anybody would be so amazing as to pop over to either the Tubies, the Facebookeries, and or the IGs, and just let me know if this is working. That would be amazing, because we've been having issues getting our streaming stuff working. Lil Pickles! Hunter is here. What is good? Nicole and Levi. Guys, what's going on today? Happy Thursday. It is not Friday yet. Nope, to answer your question, it is not Friday. But it is Thursday. Hey, thanks for the likes. Nurse is babysitting the granddaughter. Oh, you're taking a nap at 2. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, your girl made a nap today, too. So, for those of you that don't know me, I am a reseller. Like I said, I'm out of South Austin, Texas area. I'm also super spicy. I have crazy ADHD, so I'm all over the place. One of the fun facts about ADHD is that a lot of us don't sleep really well. So I literally woke up at 4 o'clock this morning with, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I also had, I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. I had that one. And then I think I had Story of Love or something else going through my head. Sometimes I can fall back asleep. This morning it didn't happen. Luckily, Joey was on crazy early this morning on TT. So I laid in bed and just, watched him take pictures and list and sell or whatever it was that he was doing. So it occupied me a little bit. But God says white tea's good. Awesome. Yes. Oh, thank you, honey. Perfect. That's wonderful. Thanks, babe. Positively Devore. I like that. Oh, my goodness. All right, you guys. Okay, let's get started. So what are we doing today? We're going to take pictures of things. So Justin brought me a tub, and I thought that this would be kind of fun. So a lot of times before I get started on this, I'll get stuff out, get it steamed, and get it hung. But I thought it would be even funner to get into a tub that I literally have no idea what is in here. So Hub said it's clothing. So it is clothing. I don't know what kind of clothing, but we're going to find out. Are you on the WN? I am on the WN. We actually just had a really epic, insane WN on Tuesday. We sold, it wound up being over 120 video games. So it was absolutely bananas. I think it was 3 hours long. It took me 4 hours to pack it up because I'm so new to WN. I'm still trying to learn their shipping process over there. And I have severe OCD. So I have to make sure everything's perfect. So I see you over there, God. So yeah, so anyways, long story short, I am over there. I'm just NiceComps. I'm easy to find, guys. I'm NiceComps everywhere. One word, NiceComps. Next show we're doing is on Tuesday. We're doing vintage toys. I have a bunch of vintage G.I. Joes and other miscellaneous stuff, action figures and stuff. So we're going to do a lot of that on Tuesday. And then the next Tuesday, so I do it every Tuesday. And then the next Tuesday after that, we're going to do a Tupperware party. It's a vintage Tupperware party. Guys, I am not saying that you should bookmark these, but I'm saying you should bookmark these because I have decided to turn this into something beyond just selling stuff on there. So I don't want to spoil it or give anything away, but it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to do something I haven't seen anybody else do over there. And I think Coley's the only person that knows because originally she's the one that sprouted the idea. So it's gonna, even if you're not trying to buy anything, I'm just telling you, you may not want to miss these Tuesday shows. I'm cracking myself up thinking about it. So Gail, what's good? Foxy's here. Bluey, thanks for asking that question. Little Evented, I see you. Hi, Levi. Hey, Holly. Lisa. Okay, I'm getting some carrot juice here, guys. I've already had 2 cups of coffee today, so I figured I should probably switch it up. Okay, all right. So I don't know what's in here. Shall we look? Shall we be surprised? Shall we be surprised with what's in here? All right, so I have not been in this tub. This is something Justin brought to me, so I don't know what's in here, but we're about to find out. All right, now, for those of you that are wondering where I got this stuff, let's do like a 1-minute backstory. So I started exploring reselling back in like 2022. At first I was just selling like my mom's stuff. She had passed away, so I was like getting, you know, her decorations and stuff sold on eBay. I made money. I couldn't believe it actually worked. At that time though, I was doing marketing. So I had a full-time marketing career, so it was like super, super part-time. I wasn't looking to do anything with this. Hey Coley, I wasn't looking to do anything with this. This was just like, I literally was doing it just to get rid of my mom's stuff. Then my son sold a headlight that he got from Greedwill and made like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, oh, you can sell more than just old decorations. So I started going garage sailing. And I love garage selling anyways. So I started garage selling and basically just started hoarding things. And then I fell and hurt myself really, really badly. I crushed my back and it was this horrible, long recovery. And I won't bore you with the details, but let's just say reselling stuff was the last thing on my mind. What was on my mind was trying to recover naturally. I did tons of physical therapy and it was this long, huge thing. After that, we then decided to move 3,000 miles. So I didn't want to start listing stuff at my old place. We downsized our house by 50% since it's just Justin and I now. And we're empty nesters. And so I didn't want to list too much there because I didn't want to have to like take it down and stuff. So long story short, we got here to Texas, we bought a house, and I started listing stuff. I didn't get really serious with this though until probably like, I don't know, I guess it's been about 8 months I've been full-time. Before that, I was trying to decide if I wanted to do marketing here. The position I did have marketing was dissolved. That position was no longer available. And so I needed to do something different. And so I went all in with this. So long story short, some of this stuff is probably from back when I was sourcing a couple years ago. Some of it could be from stuff from garage sales here. I don't know. I bring stuff home. Justin puts it in tubs and sticks it out in the hoard. If you guys saw my video from like day before yesterday or something, you saw the garage hoard situation. So we're going to see what we see. So are you guys ready? Are we excited? I don't know what's going to be in here. Judy Blue Eyes, what is good? What is happening, Frankie? Okay, so first thing it looks like we got here is a Wrangler. So these are interesting shirts. These are called brush popper shirts. And these are an absolute and total bolo. So you'll say to yourself, oh, Wrangler doesn't sell for much. I have sold these brush popper shirts, and you can look them up online to find out what makes them brush popper. But BRUSHPOPPER. I have sold these things for like $60 before. So, and recently, within the last like 5 months. So these are definitely something to look out for. They usually come in blue, pink, purple. I think those are the main colors I've seen them in. They totally have like that vaporwave. Now, the only downside about this one is this person's initials are on here. Now, if someone wants to take that off, or maybe they think it looks cool, they are more than welcome to do that. I am 100% not interested in doing that. So, you know, for me, I really truly believe like time is money. And so I constantly am asking, how can I edit myself? Because when I first started doing this, do we have any newer resellers in here, by the way? How many, like, tell me who you guys are, because we have a whole bunch of new people in here today. Rise and Grind, what is up? Hey, it's me. I like that. Sweet Briar is here. So how many new resellers do we have? How many people that don't resell at all but are just watching this? And then how many kind of seasoned resellers do we have in here? I am curious. Shout yourself out below. Share with the class, family. What's going on? So for me, when I first started, because I have OCD, and I'm not just saying that like, oh my gosh, I have OCD. I literally actually have it. Like, I had to do therapy and stuff when I was younger. I used to count things all the time. I had to eat food alphabetically. I had a horrible tic going, for like, I don't know, a year or something. So I definitely have OCD. With the OCD comes this like perfectionist situation where I feel like something has to be like absolutely, as I pick something off a shirt, I feel like things have to be like literally perfect. Because of that, when I first started this, I wasted a lot of time. I was spending an hour to clean a pair of shoes, and that is not an exaggeration. I was shipping packages and making them look basically like Christmas presents, perfect, which is so funny because, guys, if you saw my house, I'm a literal hot mess. But there's certain things like my cabinet food has to all be turned one way. I can't share dairy products. I don't eat with spoons larger than 1.5 inches. I have all these weird rules, and I wish I didn't have them, but it is what it is, and I love my neuro spicy brain, and I'm proud of it. But with that comes this, hey, thanks for joining the team. Ford's on the team. Uh-oh, lock her up. Honey, Ford just joined the team. What does that mean? Oh my gosh, have I been accepted into the Federal Bureau of Investigations? Ford's like, oh Lord, here we go. Anyways, long story short, I spent a lot of time in the beginning, and what I realized, and actually my kid brought it up to me, he said to me one day, Mom, if you look, because he knows I have this, obviously, he grew up with me. He says, Mom, if you look at the time you're spending on cleaning the shoes and making everything perfect, and you look at the amount of money you're making around $6 an hour, which is what you made when you were flipping burgers when you were 15 years old. So do you want to keep making that, or should we like pull ourselves back? And like, he will real talk me, and I love that about him. And he real talked me, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like, boom. And so ever since then, I've gotten a little bit better and a little bit better. One of the things I do that really helps me is I set timers for things in my head. Okay, I'm going to clean these shoes. These is a $100 pair of shoes. I'm going to give these shoes 5 minutes and no more than 5 minutes. If it goes over 5 minutes, then we're selling them as they are. So the old me would have spent time ironing this off and making it perfect. The new me says, absolutely don't do that. So we'll hang it up. We are going to probably have to steam a few of these things because this stuff's been in boxes for, I don't even know. Knock, 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 says Ford. I love it. All right, let's catch up with a few comments here. Flippin' Nurse says, I'm a seasoned reseller, 3 years and 2,600 eBay items. Yeah, baby. Yeah, Nurse is a busy, busy gal, guys. I'm new to it. Levi, welcome in. Foxy, just me and my imposter syndrome here. Foxy, you're welcome in anytime, girlfriend. Hey, I was the same way with WN. I've only done 3 shows. God, I got accepted into WN like 2 years. Like when they started, I applied for it. Like, I'm not kidding. I literally sat and watched those shows for like a year and a half. I bought stuff off of there. I just like was so petrified to do them myself. Y'all know how scared I was to even come on TT like months ago. And now, of course, I'm on here all the time. And I want to do whatnot shows every day. If my body could hold up for that, I would. I mean, seriously, right? Flory says, reseller, not great at it yet. Learning all I can. Hey, you are, what do they say? You are learning while you're earning. That's what you're doing being on here. Reselling full time for about a year and a half, but I've been doing it since the early 2000s. Whoa, you have been doing it a little bit. That's awesome. I still consider myself a new reseller, part-time for about 2 years off and on. That's kind of how I was until I went full-time. I was definitely like part-time. I would have called myself a newbie for sure, but I've been a reseller since 2014. Lil Pickles, you've been doing it a minute. Holy smokes, I'm seasoned. Yeah, God's been doing it a long time too. Oh my goodness. Hunter's been doing it. Let's see, Hunter, what did you say? Been reselling for 2 years, but had to pause last fall due to hurricane. Oh my goodness. Hunter. Dude, that is not even good. Heart goes out to you on that one. I can't even imagine that. Coley says, been reselling on the base consistently for 100 days. Been a reseller a long time. I love that. Hide the evidence from Ford. He'll report us. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Watch out, Ford's here. Yeah. Okay, you guys. All right, so that's the first thing we got. Next we have, what do we have? I literally don't know what any of this stuff is. Okay, so it looks like a Columbia. It's a men's 2XL mock neck zip up. And do we have a year on this? Looks like 2016. So kind of modern, kind of not. We're going to call it a kind of modern and kind of not. Let's see how this is going to hang on here. We may want to put this, I'm going to put this on this for now, but I may actually put it on my, I'm calling this my Trish hanger, which helps to, anything that's like a 2XL, it helps to make it look like a lay flat, which is amazing. And she sold out again, I'm sure. Connie, what is up? Kat, good to see you. Okay, guys. What else do we got? All right, we've got a Nike Stars and Stripes. Now, this is something I will probably put away in my summer stuff. If I put this up now, it's going to sell for less than I want it to, and it's just going to sit and sit. But as we get closer to like 4th of July, like summertime stuff, that's when that'll sell. So I will put that, and I just keep boxes in my garage. I also, when I sell like really basic Nike dry fit tees, I also put them in a box in the garage. And then when I get like 3 of them, I list them together as a set. So I hope that makes sense. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Kendall. All right. Carrot juice for the body. Okay, next, what do we got? We have a Patagonia men's button-up shirt. It says New Belgium on that. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a company. This is another 2XL. Like I said, I'm going to hang these on here just to probably steam them. And then I may transfer it over to Trisha's hanger. So, and a lot of this stuff is garage sale stuff. Now, you're going to say to yourself, I can't believe she's picking this stuff up. Like, it's not, that doesn't sell for $40 or whatever. I'm a garage sale hunter. So, 99% of everything I get is from garage sales, yard sales, rummage sales. So, I am generally paying 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, a couple dollars for items. So, for me, even if this, because it says New Belgium on it, which I don't know if that's a brand or a company or what that is, maybe it sells for a little bit less than what it would sell for if it didn't say that. I don't know. I haven't comped any of this either, guys. I don't really comp. I know everyone's like, what? Like, your name's NiceComps. I do comps for stuff that's like, that I'm like, what is that? And that's how the name came up, is like looking at stuff and being like, whoa, that's a nice comp. And I was like, her. And my son was like, ew. And we were like, ah. And then we were like, woo. And then it was like, ooh, that's going to be my name. New Belgium is a drinky. Oh, perfect. There we go. Thanks, Lil Pickles. See, you guys helping me out. I love that. Perfect. So we'll be able to put like all of the keywords that have to do with this on there for sure. And then the other thing I'm doing when I'm doing this is I'm just looking, making sure it's not missing any buttons and stuff like that. All right, what do we got next? Next, we have a Texas Longhorns Just Do It Nike shirt. Now, if this didn't say Longhorns and it just said Just Do It and it was like a dry fit, I would probably sell it with a pack. But since this is a Longhorns, I'll be able to sell it on its own. This is a size XL too, which is a great size. I love when I can find the XLs. Erin's here. Yay! Christina, welcome in, you guys. We are getting into a crazy bucket of stuff. I don't even know what this stuff is. All right, what is this? This is a JanSport Texas State Bobcats hoodie. This is in a medium, and it's like the retro look, where it's got like the box. So I'll probably do like 90s baby, throwback, 2000s, all those kind of vibes there. And this is in a medium JanSport. Medium JanSport. Do I know how much any of this is worth? Absolutely not, because I haven't comped anything. Again, this is just stuff I have picked up at a garage sale and put online. And everything I get is usually like $1 or less. So my cost of goods is really low. So I don't have to worry about things like being worth $30 or something, because I'm not spending $15 on something. I'm spending like $1. Okay, next, what do we got? This is a Nike You Run, I Fly t-shirt. So what we're going to do is I'm going to Google image this really quick. If this sells for under like $12, then I'm going to put it in a pile and I am going to sell it as a lot with other stuff. Let's see, 15. See, there's somebody selling it for $6 on eBay, 18 Depop. Do we got a year on this? Let's see. This is a tubular fit, so probably not. Honduras, yeah, so this is definitely like not super modern, but definitely not Y2K. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go over to eBay. This is my method to my madness. I'm going to go up here and type in Nike, You Run, I Fly t-shirt. And then we're going to see what these are selling for. So what people have them listed for means virtually nothing to me. I'm going to go into the condition first. I'm going to change it to used. And then I'm going to go in and I am going to see what the last couple ones sold for. So this one sold, the last one of these sold. Now it was what size? A medium. This is definitely a better size, but it sold for like $10. So this is probably not worth me listing on its own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in a tub with other Nike stuff that's in this same size. And then I will sell these as a lot and probably sell 3 of them for $25 or something. Again, I'm getting them for $1 or less, so it's good profit. My cost of goods is so low. Liz, welcome in. Thank you so much for the likes, you guys. Dang, you guys are on fire today. We already got to 1,000 likes. Holy smokes. Hey, I put up the thing. I'm trying to listen. I put up the thing and said, hey, I need advice. What do you guys want to see more of? And I got thrifting. I got unboxing. I got garage sealing. I got tips and tricks. So I just put one up earlier this morning that was not only a tip about how to split screen your iPad for listing or your tablet, but also a little motivation. So that you guys wanted that as well. So I'm trying to listen, trying to kind of throw stuff in. So I thought that this would be fun doing this. Okay, next up we have a pair. Ooh, these are awesome. I don't even remember getting these. We got a pair of overalls. These are really cool. I don't remember where I got these or when I got these. But they're like overalls here. They've got really cool like kidcore Nickelodeon style looking back pockets. It's got the high-waisted button fly up here. And then it's got the 2 slide slash pockets here. And the brand is Local Heroes. Oh man, I wish these would fit me. These are really cool. I'd rock these. Yeah, it says a large, 100% cotton. Ooh, look at that tag. That's even a cool tag. Oh, man. Yeah, these are just going to be like one, like my big booty Judy isn't going to fit in that. But these are amazing. These are really cool. Whenever sometimes I get something, I'm like, oh, man, I wish these would fit me. So we're going to go on a hanger. We're going to get them. They probably need a quick steam. Quick steam, nothing crazy. I know, those are really cool. Those are neat. Okay, what we got next? Next up, we have, this is a band. This is a band, and I can't remember the name of it. I know the answer to this, and it's eluding me right now. We're going to find out. We're going to find out here in a second, guys. If anybody knows who that is, chime in. I just cannot think. I have it in my head, but I can't think of what it is. Let's see. Oh, I know the answer to this. I'm Not Broken Anymore is the album to what band? Let's find out. Let's see if we know it. Blue October. I knew that. Blue October. So this is going to be like, this is going to have to be like a 2012 to 2014-ish, probably. Let's have a listen. Let's see. Yeah, we got some tin in there. So it's probably like a 2014, I would say. What is it on? Yeah, it's on a Bella and Canvas. So it's going to be like a newer, I don't even know. This might have been a merch. This might have been a merch. So with this, though, I think what I might do is I am going to plan on doing another WN Music Tees one, I think. I'm guessing I'm going to find more. So I may set this to the side for our WN Music Tee shows that we do. That's a cool shirt. I bet that it didn't pop up on Google Image, which tells me it's kind of a rare boy. Hard to find. Hello, how are we? Kim is here. Hey, Kim. Donna Fry 54. I am happy to see you. All right, what else do we got in here? What's this? I don't know what this is. This is something. This is, I remember I got this. I remember the sale I got this at. This was a sale that I'm so glad I found something because I drove and this is the only thing I found. This is a flight suit. So super cool. It's got all the like pockets. It's got like the zipper bottoms. I mean, this thing is rad. It's got like the parachute thing in the back. It totally comes apart right here in the back flap too. Like, this thing is sick, actually. And it's actually like a military grade. Look at this thing. It's got like the straps inside to like keep it on and everything. So crazy. Is this not one of the craziest things you've seen? And the garage sale I got it from, the people were not like military or anything. You know what? It has like a, it's going to sound weird, but it has almost like a hippie smell to it. I know that sounds so weird, but I may try to wash that one. I usually use this stuff here for everything, because it's the GOAT and it's the greatest thing in the world, the Febreze antimicrobial stuff. But when it's got like somebody's smell, like that kind of like almost like a patchouli kind of smell to it, that kind of like that hippie-ish smell. I don't know what else to call it. My parents wore it or something, so it's like what I associate it with. But whenever I get something that has that really strong scent, I usually try to wash it. The memories that suit unlocked. Dad was a pilot in the Air Force. Oh, Fox, that's so awesome. Yeah, that's like a legit one, and it's definitely old for sure. So, but the garage sale I got it from, like, was a bunch of people that were like kind of indie, kind of like hipsters, scenesters. And so they must have been wearing it for like an ironic purposes. Kind of makes sense with the patchouli now too. So yeah, it just has a little bit of a scent. So I think I'm going to wash that one. Okay, next up we've got here, this is going to be older. It's on a Gildan. So this is one of the tags you guys want to look for when you're at thrift stores. So this is like a silk tag, a silk Gildan. If you can find a silk square Gildan like this, it's most likely going to be a Y2K. If it's not a Y2K, it's real close. So it's going to be like 2011, maybe 12 if there just happened to be prints laying around they were trying to get rid of. Let's see if we've got a date on this here. No, I don't see one. So, okay, so on the front it says Lone Star, and then Pew Pew Range. And then on the back, this is a cool shirt. It says support our troops, honor our veterans, past, present, future. So this one is going to go up, and it is in a large. So it's in a good size. Made in Nicaragua, so I'd say it's probably like a 2012. Have you ever contemplated being a modern day Wonder Woman? You already are in my eyes. Southern Treasures! What are you doing? Are you trying to make me soft around the edges? Are you trying to get me all emotional and in my feels? Good Lord! My goodness. Have you never done a video showing how you store your items till they sell? I did do one a long time ago. I should do another one though. That's a good idea, actually. I will put that on the list here. Let's get the book out, guys. This is how she organizes her life. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know where my to-do book is. Welcome to the shite show. It's always an adventure. Why is my book not here? In the same stinking place I put it every day. I don't know, guys. Well, Foxy, I'm just going to try to remember that one. Oh, you. You are, so many people look up to you. Good night, Southern Treasures. What are you doing to me? Good Lord. You're going to get me in my feels this morning. I woke up too early to be in my feels today. All right. Next thing we've got here is a Roper Western shirt. Now, if you guys are snoozing on Western, you are missing out. It is so crazy hot right now, especially if you've got stuff that's unique like this. So this has all this like fleur-de-lis filigree up here, embroidery. It also has the tinsel like thread running through it. Riz told me what that was, and now I can't remember what it is, and I forgot to write it in my book. But there is a special word for that with the little like silver running through it. So you got to watch Reselling with Dee. You would be so excited to see her organization. Oh my gosh, I don't know who that is. Is she on, I mean, I might know who it is. Guys, if I ever say that and I know who you are, I apologize. I am I really struggle with names. I have dyslexia, and so for me trying to I have a whole bunch of spicy brainy stuff, and it's cool, and there's nothing wrong with it. I appreciate everything I was blessed with. So, but along with that comes it's really hard for me to remember names. So that's why I call you guys by the names you're on here, because like when I'm trying to remember your name on WN, and then I'm trying to remember your name on the FBs, and then I'm trying to remember your name on the TTs, and then I'm shipping you something, it is like beyond the capability of what my brain can do. So I apologize if I ever mess up with that. But anyways, no, so she's in, she just got off live for the first time. Is she on TT? What's her name? What did you say it was again? Somebody with something? See, that's how bad I am with names. What was it? What was her name? Reselling with D. Let's find out. Reselling with D. Let's take a look here. Oh, she's following me. All right, I followed her back. I'm excited to see it. I love seeing new people. She's in Northern Texas. Oh, that's so great. Yeah, guys, follow her. Let's do that. Let's follow this person that absolutely has no idea that we're even shouting her out on this. But that's what we do, right? So let's all follow her. Let's do it. Let's follow D. Let's get her some new followers. Hey D, you're getting shout out on here. And you have no idea. That's okay, because it doesn't matter. I don't need the credit. I just want other people to be able to grow. So, okay, so we're going to pop this on here. So this is the brand Roper. I've had okay success with this. I think the only downside with Roper is it also is a keyword hashtag. So it's not like a brand and a keyword hashtag. I would prefer that. But so thought, when you go to name your product, also make sure it's not a keyword for an aesthetic. I know it seems like that would be a good idea, but actually it can be detrimental because your stuff gets pushed down so far because you don't have a name and an aesthetic. You just have an aesthetic. Jaylicious, what is good? Oh my goodness, Creekside's in the house. Angela's here. All right, so this one here, I think between the pearl snaps, the embroidery, the thread running through here that's silver, I have a feeling that one will sell probably pretty quickly. All right. Next up, we got this little Y2K. So we got a Y2K Abercrombie. I don't tend to sell a ton of Abercrombie. I'm a little picky when it comes to it. I know a lot of other resellers that just kill it. They do amazing. Tenacious, you're over on the tubies. I see you. A lot of people just totally kill it with selling Abercrombie. It's just not totally my aesthetic. I should say I'm not as knowledgeable about it as I am with other stuff. So, but this one here, this is a no-brainer. Whenever you can find these ones that have this 3D print, you'll usually see that they are in the muscle line. These ones sell well for me, and they usually ship overseas. So make sure you have your international shipping on for your eBay, because I have sold probably 80% of these muscle ones. I've sold this same shirt multiple times. I have sold them overseas. So, and I know it because it's like shipping to Illinois, and I'm like, oh, that's going overseas. So this one's interesting. It says irregular on the tag too. So I don't know what's going to be irregular about it, but we're gonna find out together. So, and it's definitely a Y2K with that tag. Let's see. Or at least in the wheelhouse. See if we've got a date stamp on this. I don't think so. If there was one, it is not there no more. All right, let's put this up there. I wish people would offer reselling field trips for a day. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. That would be, who I want to go on a field trip with? I want to go on a field trip with Bearded, because he seems to find these like ridiculous, insane Star Wars collectibles. Like he had a Millennium Falcon up that he found online and bought and flipped. And I am so jealous I can't even breathe. It's like, it was like this big. I could totally see it like up in the corner of a room. Like, it'd be so awesome. So I want to go, if you guys could go field trip reselling with one reseller Who would it be? Besides me. You can't say me. You can't say me. You gotta say somebody else. You gotta shout somebody else out. Salvia Mermaid's here. Ooh, you're gonna be hearing some squeakies pretty soon, I bet you. What is the Millennium Falcon? Is that a bird? Southern, go to bed. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. It's a once in a million bird. It did the Kessel Run in under 6 parsecs. Yeah, you need to look that up so that I don't literally fall over right here. Okay, next thing we've got is a shirt of some sorts here. It says, life is better at the beach, South Padre Island. So this is what's called a tourist shirt. You're also going to do skate, skater, skater boy, surf, retro, 90s throwback, 90s nostalgia, 80s nostalgia. You could probably even get away with the vaporwave on this if you wanted to get super generous. This is also new with tags. It was sold at Blue Sky, which I don't know what that is. It's an extra large, MSRP $49.95. It's by a brand called US Vintage. It's on what feels like a Comfort Colors tag, but it's not. XL. It's definitely modern, though. Oh, yeah. Listen to the tin. Hear how high that is? Totally more modern. You know that than if you listen to something that's vintage. Listen to the difference. Dunk, 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 dunk. And then something new. You can totally tell. You can totally tell. The sound test never fails, yo. The sound test never fails. It's always true. I know, Coley, I feel like we have failed Southern. I've just been trying for 3 months to get her to watch the Goonies. Like, I just need her to start with the Goonies. Then we can move on to Star Wars and move forward from there. But we need her to at least see, like, the Goonies, because that's, like, a cultural point of reference. Like, I mean, come on. Like, I can't believe you haven't seen that. I don't even know how to do that. Remember the Hard Rock Cafe shirts? Yes, they were everything when I was little. I've sold quite a few of those. They actually sell, the hats sell, too, because they're kind of like a dadcore look. Southern, we'll watch the movies you've never seen. Salvi, here's the situation. If we all got together and we sat around and watched all the movies that Southern needs to watch, none of us would get nothing done. Because I think that it's at like 90 movies at this point. St. Elmo's Fire, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. I mean, come on. Now we're talking. Okay, so next thing we've got here is this is a vaporwave look. It says Pew Pew's up. And then on the back, it says Texas Tech Night at the Sub 2019. So obviously modern, but meant to look like it was back in the 80s. It is on a Port & Company, which is exactly what I expected. And it is a 2XL. So this is the definition of something I would purchase, not because of the brand, but because of the aesthetic. So this will probably end up selling over on Depop. And how it's going to sell is by the keywords. So you're going to do 80s nostalgia, 80s night, Saved by the Bell, Miami Vice, vaporwave, retro, throwback, beach, skate, skater, skater boy, skate with SK8. There's like a million things I'm going to put for my keywords in my description. And that's going to be what gets this sucker sold, is just that. Obviously, we'll also put Texas Tech, NCAA. I always say NCAA. No, oh, honey, why do I do it every time? This is the dyslexia. What is the basketball thing again? What's the basketball thing again? I always mess up. NCAA. NAARP, sometimes I say. Some of my listings just had to go in and fix some of the listings. He's like, honey, that's a Society for Prevention of Cat and Dog Issues. I was like, oh. He's like, I'm fixing it. So we'll do that. University, frat, jock, like all of those things. Academia are all going to go in as well. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, Meatballs. Meatballs is such a good movie. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in so long. That's such a good movie. Yeah, NBA. It's not the NBA. I was thinking of the college version. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All the sports people left. They're like, we're out of here. She don't know what she's talking about. All right. Next thing we've got, and this looks like it's going to need to be washed. So this is in inspiration of our fantastic, amazing friend, Arizona Pickett. If you guys aren't following him, you should be. He had a killer whatnaughty last night. He had all of this. Who was there for this? He had all of this makeup, brand new, discontinued fragrances, discontinued everything. I mean, he had NARS. He had, I don't even remember. There was so much. Like, I was blown away. And Southern, I tried to tag you in it, and I was like, this is Southern stuff. I tried to tag you in the WN because it was all like beauty products and stuff, because I know you love your hard goods beauty stuff. And it was all brand new. So for those of you that were in that show last night, I know how much some of that stuff goes for. You guys got steals. You literally came in and you were like, yo ho, a pirate site for me. And you just came in and you just pirated out all of that stuff from AZ. He don't know what he's selling in there. He would pronounce half of the makeup, and it was so awesome. It was one of my favorite WNs I've ever been to. Yes, NCAA. Oh my goodness, Southern's got a real question. Okay, and this one I am going to wash. It's just got like some gooberies up here. But this hoodie is going to do well. This is going to sell super fast, and it's a great size. This is in a, and it's a Bio World, which is great. If you're in the gaming world, you'll know Bio World, and BioWare both are brands that make, gaming stuff. So this is probably was inspired by like the Ninja Turtles game that was coming out, the new, because they did like a retro throwback one. So I don't know, too much nerd information you probably don't need, but my brain knows that. So it's in a 2XL, and it's like a pretty generous 2XL. I would say this is actually probably closer to a 3XL. So I think this one will sell pretty good, but it definitely needs like a little washy. Like I said, guys, I never know what's in these buckets, and half of it needs to maybe be cleaned or not. All right, here we go. Where's my Colorado Rockies fans? So I am from Colorado. I don't want to hear nobody talking no smack in here. Now, you can if you want. I don't follow baseball. But the Colorado Rockies, that is where I am originally from. I am originally from Denver. I was born in Denver. I lived there until I was 6, a little over 6. And then we moved to a microscopic place in Washington. I went from living in Denver, huge city. We lived there. My parents owned a jewelry store and a gigantic, thriving, crazy mall. And I went from living there to moving to this microscopic town with a stoplight. It's bigger now, but it's called Sequim, Washington. Sequim, Washington. And that's where I grew up. So I'm still a Broncos fan. I'll always be a Broncos fan. But yeah, so you got a little Colorado Rockies. It is an MLB, and it's a 2XL, which is great. So we are definitely going to get that one up. Sports stuff sells all year for me, too. Let's see. Would leather Letterman jackets ever sell? Oh, yeah. Man, I've tried to buy so many of those at different sales, and it's like they want $50 or something, because people at garage sales have this thing. I always call it their one special thing. There will be an item. For all of you that garage sale, you'll know what I'm talking about. There will just be this item, right? And it's up hanging somewhere, and it's maybe the only thing hanging, and that's going to be their special item. So normally what I do is I ask them how much they want. Oh, wow, that's really cool. You know, where'd you get that? Oh, that's my old Letterman coat from when I was a kid or high school. I'm like, oh, wow, it's amazing. And are you selling it today? Yeah, I'm selling it. Well, about what are you thinking for it? Oh, man, I'd have to get $50 for that. Okay, well, let me think about it for a second. And then I go over and I look at the other stuff. Now, the great thing about doing that is you have recognized their special item. You have made them feel good about it. You have asked them how much it is and they have told you an outrageous price because that's what they always do with the special item. And guys, a special item could be a remote control. You just never know what it's going to be for someone. It's something that they are emotionally or financially tied to that they just can't they don't want to let it go, but they're going to try to let it go at the sale. It probably will go back in the garage. But anyways, if you can recognize that first great item they have, everything else they will wheel and deal with you because they've already saw that you are not willing to spend $50 on a Letterman's jacket or $28 on a remote. So normally, now I'm not talking about the Karen sales, I'm talking about a normal, regular human being. The next thing I look at, I may say, well, how much for this? And they'll say, oh, just $1. Like, I'm telling you right now, guys, I have been to thousands of garage sales. This is not an exaggeration. I have literally been to thousands of garage sales and it works every single time. Find the special item, ask them about it. At the end, if I still want that special item, I'll say, well, here, what do you think about this? I'm getting all this stuff here. We're doing like a little bundle deal from what it sounds like. What would you think about throwing that in? What's the lowest you can go since I'm getting all this other stuff? And sometimes you can sneak in there if you really want the special item. 9 times out of 10, I don't even want the special item because it's something that they think is valuable that has no resale value to me. Letterman's jacket, that's a different story. People buy them, people love them, especially right now because you got the 90s is so huge. I'll be buying every single one I could get. That is for sure. Southern says, I have a real question. What is his name? Desert, of what? Of who? What name? I don't know who you're talking about. Let me know though. They make, FNAF stuff too. I bought an I bought an Oktoberfest Bike Week hoodie on a Gildan tag. Okay. Yep. Is that the question? That's not the question. But I've gotten strikes before with inauthentic stuff that's on Gildan tags on eBay, list on Depop. I have never had that happen. Southern, that's really weird that you had that happen. I literally have listed like 1,000 Gildan items and never had an issue. Okay, that's exaggeration. Probably 200 Gildan items. And I don't think I've ever had an issue. So I don't know. You could try just doing it over on the pop. I mean, that's probably where it's going to sell anyways. Jesse, what's up? Squid Washington. I mean, we used to go squidding, so that's good. Wasn't there a guy on there on 90 Day Fiance? I have no idea. Like, I don't know. You don't want to marry any of the boys from there, though. Trust me. I tried them all out. Took them on a bike ride, and they fell off. We just left them behind. The AZ guy on W. Oh, my goodness. I don't even remember you asked. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's his name? That's how fast the brain goes. It's right here. It's Arizona Pickin. He's over there on W2. It's ARIZONA PICK and then I think apostrophe S. You'll find him. He's over there and he does the one he did last night. It wasn't even a scheduled one. I think it was just a pop-up. It was amazing. Yeah, Bio World. Exactly. Yep, we buy Bio World. All right, gosh, you guys. Dude, my brain. All right, next up, Levi's. Y'all know I sell. If anyone asked me what I sell the most of, I would have to say probably Y2K t-shirts, jeans, especially Levi's, and probably Ralph Lauren and Polo. Those are probably, and then of course, shoes. I sell a ton of shoes. Shoes sell so good. I hate cleaning them, but man, they always sell. It's like it's a love-hate. I love that they sell. Shoes sell so good for me, but I hate that I have to clean them. Guys, I need extra income. I need Justin's new business to take off because I need to hire someone to come clean all these freaking shoes because I have like hundreds of pairs of shoes in the garage and I don't want to clean any of them. Oh, one day I listed like 4 shirts with some VTG cars on them and all of them were flagged. That's so weird, Southern. I literally have never had that happen. I've only had Bay take down a few things. They took down a Mitchell and Ness t-shirt that they said wasn't real. I'm like, okay, no one's making the dupers of the Mitchell and Ness, but okay. And who's making fake Gildan shirts. Like, the only thing I could think of is if you tag them as VTG and then they looked at the tags and could tell that they were like a 2015 or earlier, maybe someone flagged them. That's the only thing I could think of because that's so weird. I've never had that happen. Okay, so, but if I were you, maybe just try doing it over on the poppies for those, just for now at least. Like, that's so strange, Southern. I mean, the other thing you could do, Southern, if you wanted to, is instead of doing Gildan, because people aren't searching like vintage t-shirts on Gildan tag. That's like, not very many people are doing that. Just for the brand, you could just leave it as unbranded, but have a photo of the Gildan, right? So you've got the photo of the Gildan, you've got, you know, all the other information. You're just leaving out that Gildan is the brand. You can just put other or unbranded or whatever you want to do. And then that way you can skirt around that issue. So that's what I would do if I were you. Also, guys, do make sure, though, that if you are putting VTG, that it's an actual vintage. So an actual vintage shirt has to be from 2005 or earlier. If you are even suspicious that that sucker is later than that, let's say you think it's like maybe 2008 to 2010 or something like that, or even 2007, you're like, oh no. What you can do is, instead of putting as VTG, just put it as Y2K or put it as retro, because people look that up too. Then when you're in your descriptions, you can put like 2000s nostalgia, all one word. You can write vintage inspired, but it has to be one word. Like, you're kind of skirting around the flags if you're doing that. So Fox says, I'll stay in Minnesota. I'll be your assistant, but I hate snow, so Texas is a no for me. I mean, it ain't snowing here. We got this much snow this year. That was it. Like, they, like, closed school. It was like, school's out. Like, I'm originally from Colorado and then from Washington. My husband's from Vermont, where, like, if you're not snowed in, it ain't November, right? So when they closed the schools here, we were dying. I was like, oh my goodness. They went as far as temporary suspension. That's insane, Southern. I've literally never heard of that happening with a Gildan tag. That is... yeah, I don't even know what to say on that one. So I would just not put, you can list it, just don't put Gildan as a brand. They don't have any way of finding it that way. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do, though. I don't want you to get in trouble and then be like, oh, that charity told me to do that. I'm like, I ain't taking no responsibility for nobody. I can barely take responsibility for my own selves. We didn't have snow. We didn't have snow days in Connecticut. Yeah, in Connecticut, they're like, no, you're going to school. They're like, you're not getting out of school. Here's a shovel, dig out the window. All right, so these are a pair of Levi's 511s, super basic pants. This is like what I call like a classic dadcore pair of pants. They're a little bit relaxed. There's a little bit of whiskering. We got a little fading in the front. They're in good condition. It's going to be a bigger size too, which is always super helpful. And then they're obviously modern. They feel like probably like a 2018, but let's put our glasses on and see here. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Does she call the 2018? Hey, for all you out there that are like, I don't know why she thinks she can date stamp stuff. Yo, these were made in 2018. So let your haters be your motivators. Oh, dang! All right, so Levi's 2018 Dadcore. These are bread and butters. The reason I love picking these up is because I have sold so many of these that all I have to do is go into my sold listings, type in 511, pull up my old listing, do sell similar, go in, new pictures, new measurements, list. I already got keywords, wham, bam, done. Love that. Foxy says I'm bowed down. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Yeah, put them chains on that basket. Hey. Do you list by season or just whatever comes up? Whatever comes up. I mean, right now, I want to try to get through my winter stuff so I don't get stuck with it over the spring and summer. It's like this. Like this thing that we pulled out earlier, this Nike shirt. I ain't listing this right now. That would be insane, and I'm not going to make any money on it. Someone's going to offer me $4. But if I get close to the beginning of June and I list this as a Nike workout 4th of July summer vacation holiday shirt, I'm going to be able to get a ton more for it. because of that. So, yeah, so that kind of stuff I definitely do seasonally. And as I'm getting into the garage hoard and looking for WN stuff, I'm going to be looking for jackets. I'm kind of just starting this process, but I'm going to look for jackets. I want to get those listed. So if you guys have, money piles, aka hoard piles right now, I would definitely suggest getting in there and getting your winter stuff listed, because it takes time for search engines to find your stuff, right? So let's say that you had a coat and you listed it today. Let's say we're on the 30th of January. It's not going to start really showing up in algorithms for about 2 weeks. Now, I know a lot of you guys like, no, I list something and it sells right away. Yeah, but Google takes a minute to catch up. And so it takes time for that listing to really come to fruition, for it to get bumped, for enough people to click on it that the algos say, ooh, this is something to show. So really, whatever you list right now isn't going to be shown in search engine results until like mid-February. Well, mid-February to like March, so you really got about 4 weeks for like winter coats or winter wear for that item to get sold. And then you're going to start getting into summer. So I'll start listing my summer stuff. Not that one, because I want to do that one closer to 4th of July. But I'm probably going to start listing my spring and summer stuff like second week of February. That way it's going to come to fruition in March. It's going to be in all the algos. It's going to start running. And I'll hopefully be kind of one of those first sellers, besides all y'all that are on here, that are getting those people that are looking for spring clothes, because people's bodies change all the time. Lord knows that this is not the body I had 20 years ago, right? So every year your body's changing, right? You're getting older and things move around. So you're looking for different clothes. So people tend to do a lot of that at the beginning of the season. We also have tax returns that are going to be coming in and stuff like that too. So you want to be able to catch those people in the beginning. So always be thinking like not just in the moment, but looking at your stuff and saying to yourself, when should I list this and when should I wait? Now, if you don't have a hoard pile and all you have is 40 items, don't wait to put them up. Put them up. Don't just sit on stuff. My good gravy. You spent the money, get it listed. But if you're the kind of person like me that has an addiction of going to garage sales or thrift stores or whatever you do, and you have a hoard, as most of us resellers do, because let's face it, the funnest part of this is sourcing, then you definitely have the inventory to be able to kind of compartmentalize a little bit. Riz, I have a question for you. Poor Riz, every time she gets into a live. By the way, Riz was featured on some dude's live thing today. Like, I don't even know what was going on. All I know is I got a notification that Riz was live, and I was like, whoa. So I went in. She was in the middle of all these boxes that look like Hollywood squares. There's some dude talking about TikTokies over there. I don't even know what was going on, but I was like, hey, that's my material girl. Riz, what is the goal, or what's the thread that's in these shirts? That's the silver shiny stuff. I couldn't remember the name of it, and I didn't write it down in my Riz book. The second you say it, I'm going to remember it, but I just could not remember it. Desert says, I have a money pile taller than me. Girl, I get that. I'm currently looking at 4 bottles of Febreze microbial spray that you recommended. Southern, you little pirate too. Didn't you get those for like $1.49 or something? Good Lord. Oh my good gravy. She sent me a picture. She's like, is this a good deal? I'm like, is that a good deal? You better buy all those bottles. Good gravy. Oh, Lurex, thank you. Thank you, Riz. We're going to write this down because it's got to go. It's got to go in the Riz book. Riz has a chapter in my book, which apparently is missing today because I don't understand what I did with it, because this is the life I live. Lurex is the... And that's for gold or silver, right? Silver thread. Yeah, look at this one, Riz. It's got the Lurex threading. It's got all this like fleur-de-lis-y, fancy filigree embroidery up here, and the pearl snap. I mean, come on. Like, such a great little pickup. With the 3-button barrel cuffs. Hello. How do we get an invite for the audience? I don't know. It's called tinsel or garland. That's what I would call it, Southern. That's what I would call it. I'll probably still put that in there, too. I have a money storage. You guys are telling me. All right, so we got our 2018 Levi's here. And then let's take a look and see what else we got in here. Last item in this bucket. These are a pair of cinch pants. A pair of cinches. This is a brand that I had never heard of until I moved here, down into Texas. We didn't have these up in Washington. There wasn't a lot of Western wear or Western inspired clothing up there. In Washington, it's a lot more like Gorpcore. A lot of Columbia, a lot of Carhartt, a lot of North Face, excuse me, because it's soggy and it's rainy and it's wet, and anyone that tries to tell you it's not is just trying to get you to move there because it's super expensive, which I don't understand why. No hate on Washington, people. You got the beautiful mountains, but it's too expensive to live there, and I don't wear Gorpcore. I literally live in shorts. When I was going to the post office the other day when it was so cold out, it was like, I don't know, 22 degrees or something here, 23 degrees. And I was going to the post office and I get out of the car with my bag and I go to walk in. No joke. This lady goes and like looks at me. Now I'm used to getting looks. I got tattoos on my neck. I got bright hair. I look like I'm probably, part of a prison gang or something like that. But I was walking by. She was not looking up here. She was looking at my legs. Like, why are you in shorts? You nut? My son's the same way. Like, we call ourselves the warm boys. We're always warm. Like, we're cooked. Like, we're always warm. Metallic Lurex is the aluminum thread. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Riz. I was like, oh my gosh, hopefully she'll hop on here and I can ask. Otherwise, you were about to get a message. Just went and got carrot juice moving, but wanted to start reselling. I have so much stuff. Dude, cheers to the carrot juice. I mean, can't go wrong, right? I'm a carrot juice girl. Found Guess jeans from 2005 in my closet. I was stoked and I tried them on. I'll be reselling, says Foxy. Oh my gosh, you guys. I have a dress. It doesn't fit now. I have this dress I spent like $300 on it back in like 2013. So that would be like $600. I got it at like a Nordstrom's or something, but I bought it because I was doing a pinup girl competition. And so I had to have like it's like a little black dress with the cut and it's all ruched, and I had big giant cherry platform shoes, and I was going to be doing a calendar shoot, and then I was doing a competition thing. Anyways, so I have this dress and I literally can't let it go because it was so expensive. It's my special thing, but it's also, I looked so hot in it in 2013, and it's not going to fit me now. But like there it sits. And I just look at it. Every once in a while when I'm in my closet looking for, a hoodie or something, I come across and I'm like, oh, hello, you beautiful creature. I remember you. That's my Guess jeans. I should probably sell it. It's probably some really expensive name brand, but like, it's my special thing. It just sits in there. That would be the most fun person game. Oh my gosh. God, my body couldn't handle it, guys. I always say, like, I'll never get in trouble with the law, and you can ask Ford about this. I'll never get in trouble with the law because my body could never sleep on those hard benches. Like, I need the white noise machine. I need a fan. I got, like, a cervical special pillow for my neck because it pops out. I have hypermobility, so things pop out. You guys probably, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I live with KT tape all up and down my back. Sometimes it'll be on my knees and stuff because my joints pop in and out. And so I can just see me being like, excuse me, knock, knock, knock. I'm so sorry. I'm like here with the little bars. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to need a cervical pillow. I'm going to need a white noise machine. I'm going to need a fan. I probably need a diffuser, but can you put just a little bit of mentholatum in there just to clear the sinuses? I'm going to need you to lay out my thyroid medicine. Where's my stuffed animal? Okay, I can't have anyone touch me. I sleep with like 9 pillows because otherwise my joints pop in and out. So I like my pillows are all packed around me. I would never make it. And then when they tried to serve me food, I'd be like, ooh, can I find out where this was from? Where is this source from? Has anyone touched it? I can't share dairy products. Do you have a smaller spoon? I have to have 2 napkins when I eat. My fork can't be so long that it would actually touch my ugly. I'm terrified. If I go to a restaurant and the forks are long, this is why I stay home. If I have to go to a restaurant and the forks are long, I have to put something at the end of the fork so it's shorter, so I don't, because I'm so afraid of stabbing my back of my throat. Ah! Honey, why am I such a nightmare? Oh my Lord! Can you even imagine? Always bring me my yep, I gotta have my 4-wheel drive Crocs. I can't use these slides. My feet, I have to have the 4-wheel drive. Girl, that fork one is, I know, it's so bad. But if I don't do it, I literally will just sit there and like I go into like freeze anxiety and I'll just be staring at it. And like this has happened at restaurants. Justin will just take the fork and he'll set it down and he's like, he'll put a spoon. He'll put a spoon in my hand. He just takes it and he's like, okay. And he'll set it down and then he'll ask the waitress like, hey, do you guys have any small? And if they say no, then he'll I broke it. Then this is so bad. How am I admitting this? Then I'll pick up the spoon and put it in my hand. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my God! Justin! I wanna pee! I wanna pee! I can't! Oh! I'm so sorry, you guys. That just literally broke me. This has nothing to do with reselling, but I can't stop it. Oh Lord, it's really bad. We go to an it's really bad if we go to an Italian restaurant because the forks if they're too long, I can't spin the spaghetti. So I chop it with the spoon. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It won't stop. Oh my God. Ah! Oh God. Oh, that was funny. Okay, we're gonna move on. So this is a bit. Ooh, bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. This is a pair of cinched jeans. I got. Please tell me someone else is laughing with me. Please tell me. She says I was beat. Please tell me I'm not the only person laughing and you guys are just looking at the screen being like, what is happening? Do we need to call 911? Oh no, I distorted a live video. Okay. Well, that's forever immortalized, so that's unfortunate. Oh my God, can we just move on? Okay. Can we just move on? All right, so this is a pair of cinched jeans. I got these for a buck at a garage sale. They're in a good size. They are a 40-32. Y'all know if it's any of the wider size jeans, I always pick them up because they always sell for me. I prefer if the legs are a little bit longer. Like if I can find the ones that are like 40-34s or 40-36s, those sell really fast because then they're just technically like a big and a tall. So you got B and T. But these always do well. You know, we're going to write embroidered, we're going to write stitching, zip. I mean, they're a buck. I haven't had cinched jeans ever sit in my store for very long. They sell pretty quickly. And they usually sell for, they don't usually sell for like Ariat prices, but they do sell in between, I would say like a 511 Levi and an Ariat, somewhere usually in there. So, whoo, good Lord, you guys, that literally, I mean, that literally broke me. I don't remember the last time I laughed that long, because the worst part is I can actually see when that actually happened. There's this restaurant called Massimo, and it was over in like the Bremerton area, and we went out to dinner there, and we were out with friends, and it was like somebody's birthday or an anniversary, or I don't even remember what was going on, but I literally had the fork just to put it in. I just got the spaghetti, and I was like, just pretending like nothing's going on. I mean, my friends all know I have the picadillos, so they just roll with it. I'll never forget the first time. I didn't eat red meat for like 13 years, and so I remember the first time I went out to eat a cheeseburger with a friend, and I looked at her, I took a bite of it, and I swear she just sat there for like 10 minutes waiting to see if I was gonna like explode or something. So cinch boys wear them stacked. Yes, that is absolutely true. First it was Mucinex, and now it's the possibility of oh Lord, in the words of the pickle man, oh Lord. Susie Q, welcome in. Shop the Seller says, what did I come into? It's a whole thing. It happened. We're in the words of J-Licious, we're moving on. Because we're moving on up to the east side. All right, we're going to do pictures of these, but I got to steam some of this stuff because honestly, it needs to. I mean, a lot of this stuff has been in buckets. If I was just selling these on WN, I probably wouldn't take the time, but these are going to be forever immortalized. So we're going to get just a few of these things steamed here. J-Licious, yeah. Moving right along. We finally got a piece of the pie, because we're moving on up. It's a great show. Folks on YT probably confused as heck. I know, right? There's no explanation. They're probably like, what is this girl? Who did we stumble across? I got my favorite, because you guys know I've only been streaming over to YT for, I don't know, maybe like, what has it been, God, like 5 weeks or something like that. And so I got my favorite new comment was on a short I had done. The comment was, is that your real hair? Because it stopped me in the scroll. That's insane. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my real hair. We're going to, you're going to Live Fest Awards. Is that an actual thing? I have no idea what that is. I saw that on, what is that? Like, I saw it on TT somewhere, like on a little advertisement thing or something. I don't know what that is. I don't pay attention to nothing and none of that stuff. Riz says we're not gonna move on when she said there was been a picture. I wasn't a calendar, I'm just saying. Yeah, she distracted us. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did that for a little bit, but okay, so here we go. We are gonna, I know, me in like dresses is hilarious, but there was a day, there was a time. I still get fancied up from time to time. I just don't do it as much. Like, I'll just be honest with you guys. Like, I mean, my idea of going out and having fun is literally going to like punk shows, concerts. I love a good karaoke. I can't sing, but I do it anyways. And so for me, it's like, I just don't dress up as much. Like, I really want to join a skee ball league. Like, that's the kind of stuff I like doing. I am not, there was a time I loved getting all fancy and going out and all that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm older or the times have changed. It's just not as fun. There just isn't as many fun places anymore. I know that makes me sound super old, but like, now everything's like expensive and everything always feels polished. Like, give me a good dive place with good music and some random band I've never heard of. I mean, that's my actual literal happy place. So hook 'em horns, baby, hook 'em horns. Full on skirt though. I don't think Mac would ever, that's funny, be in a calendar. Hey, yeah, she would. It would be like entrepreneurs who build snowmen and have never seen a pop culture relevant movie, but ask great questions and give amazing compliments. That would be hers. I want that shirt. This one here, J Hippie, or the Hook 'em Horns? You can't have this one. This one, Vicky sent me. You guys know Vicky that pops in here. She actually sent me this shirt, and I freaking love it. I am obsessed with it. It's amazing. And it's on a comfort colors, so it's like super, super, super crazy comfortable. This is how not professional. Riz is dying right now, just watching how unprofessionally I am doing this. So, when I do these dress shirts too in the back here, I always wear this little thing on my hand because your girl burnt herself so bad at one point. I literally peeled all of the stuff off the back of my hand. So if I can't wear my slides, I ain't going. I hear ya. If I can't wear my gurus, I'm not going. It used to be Converse and Vans. All I wore for years was Docs, Converse, Vans. That's all I wore, literally, for years. I owned a pair of Nikes that I used when I went, like, working out, which I think we all know how often that was. But that was it. I literally lived in those. But the back of my heels and stuff now, like, my feet get sweaty, so I like to have the Crocs on. But B, like, when I go out, I don't know if it's from standing and doing hair for as long as I did or what, but my feet kill me now if I don't wear something that's got some arch support. And I used to wear foot inserts in my shoes, but you guys, I also did hair for a really long time. I started doing hair in 1998 is when I went to school. I was like 18, I think. And I stood doing hair for all of those years in Converse and Vans. And so it just kind of like wrecked and destroyed me. So I think now it's like I have to have that arch support. So you are steaming them. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't get too crazy. Like, that's the full extent. I mean, a minute maximum. And I don't do everything. Like, this Texas State hoodie is fine. These overalls are fine. Columbia's fine. This t-shirt. These have this stuff, normally I wouldn't, but this stuff has been in boxes for, like, Lord knows how long. I don't even know. I don't even remember when I got this shirt. So maybe when I first started garage sailing here a year ago or something. I don't even know. I have no idea. So they've been sitting in boxes so long that it's just got like lots of little creases. So that's the extent of it. I know Riz is like, oh Lord, we listen and we don't judge. Yeah, baby. That's right. GFB says I went to hair school in 91. Yeah. Man, that's a long career. I loved it. I will say, I loved when I got to do the super creative stuff. It was the other stuff that I didn't like doing, and I wound up being, we wound up having like the most popular salon on the peninsula, and which I loved. And so I ended up with a super regular clientele, which was ridiculously grateful for, obviously. So I was booked out like usually 3 to 4 months ahead of time. I didn't take new clients for the last, like, I don't know, 5 years I did hair or something like that, which was great. The money stability was great. The problem was I didn't get to do as much creative stuff as I wanted. And I really like that aspect of it. You guys know I come on here and I like to make silly videos and stuff like that. That's my creative outlet. And I just wound up doing, 1/8 in subsections, blonde foil weaves, double back packets, men's haircut the same, women's haircut short diagonal. Like, I just kept doing, I had to do the same people over and over again. You run out of things to talk about, especially if they're coming to you, not because it's your personality, because you do a good job for the hair. So then it's like, you got to listen to the same stories. It's like, if I have to listen to Rebecca's granddaughter's recital story one more time, I'm going to literally fall over. So it was just a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, that it's like, I loved the people and I loved the creative part, but that monotony of doing the exact same thing, it would be like, for me, there's a lot of sellers that do really, really, really well with, selling the same items. So they'll get like, they always sell just cameras or just watches. And they love that. They love the consistency of it. They love that they get to know just the one kinds of watches or whatever, and they sell that. I can't do that. I literally have to have variety. If I don't have variety, I always say variety is a spice of life, and it's my favorite spice. So I have to be able to have like different, I have to be able to, every day has to be a little bit different. I don't want to, I don't want to steam polo shirts for 2 hours and take pictures of them. I want to do, 8 pairs of jeans, 3 Western shirts, 2 regular shirts, and then the next day I want to do photographing hard goods, and then the next day I want to do shoes. Like I don't know if you guys are like that, but I like to keep it moving, keep it going. Frenchie, what's up? I was born in 99. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You'd hate to see me coming in this salon. Oh my goodness, I forgot what this means. How old were your parents? Oh, in their 40s or 50s. You guys are asking dangerous questions that you're going to get answers to, and then you're going to feel really, really old. So I don't know. I don't know if you want to be asking Southern these questions. Little trick too, guys. Riz, I don't know if you do this. I'm sure you do. I can't imagine that I could ever teach anything new to the Rizzy. So one of the things I noticed was when I was steaming clothes one day, I steamed like a blue item, and when I went to steam the next thing that was a different color, some of the color went onto the shirt. So this is what I do now. If I have steamed things that were darker and then I'm going to steam something light, what I do is I take a paper towel, I take my steamer and my hand thing, and I just go on here like this, and I pull out any of that color. Just kind of that deal. Perfect. And there actually is, can you guys see that? See that little bit of, it's like a bluish tinge that's on there? You can kind of see it almost right, I can't see it as well on there, but like right in through there. It's got like a light bluish, it almost has a brownish tinge. And that's not my water because this is distilled. So I do that just if I'm switching color palettes, I do that. So just a little trick, little tip that might help you. I wound up getting the color out of that other shirt that I had done that on, thankfully. But after that, I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that could happen. So, little paper towel, little protector thing on your hand. Don't do it, obviously, without a protector thing. Whatever kind of protector thing you use. Good Lord, don't put this thing on your hand. The pain that came from having the skin not there was atrocious. So, this is how professional I am with steaming. It's like the quickest, fastest thing ever. But guys, time is money. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I just need it to look good for the photos, right? So that's a little word to each of you out there that are spending too much time steaming or ironing or something like that. Not worth it. Just make it look like it's going to look halfway decent in the photos and moving on. Use the whole roll of towels. No bird. You can do that too. Yeah, for sure. Use the whole roll of paper towels. That way, if you don't have something like this, that'll work. So I would have the patience to steam anything, but that's me. I hear you, Frenchie. I love my steamer. I love to iron. I don't have an iron. I literally don't own one because it would never happen. It would just literally never happen. Like, that is that's over my patience level. I literally have the attention span of like a fleeting squirrel. The thought of like warming up the iron and then not hurting myself. I mean, there's knives in the kitchen that I don't touch because I know I'll cut myself. Like, I literally just, I'm a menace to society when it comes to that stuff. Klutzy factor 400. So I'm not messing with an iron. Oh man, I can't even imagine. If I had an iron going and my hubs came in here, Justin saw me with that, he'd be like, okay, I'm going to just do that for you because I'm terrified of that we're going to have to make an urgent care trip. And I'm not kidding. And he's not saying that for any other reason except for it's literally just true. So one of the other things I like to do with t-shirts, if they've got like a super roll up, is just take a little mitt thing. I mean, this is what I use. I got this, it was like $5 or something. But I just go behind it like this and do one quick little hem sweep. And it just makes that look all nice and unfolded and crispy at the bottom. All right, Colorado Rockies. needs the quickest steam of all time. Doesn't even need to touch it. There's that. Riz is like, go inside the shirt. Go inside the shirt. I'm like, I don't got no time for that. That's the extent. And then those jeans look good. The jeans are fine. They'll smooth out. Okay. So that should be everything there. I can't imagine ever taking longer than that to steam something unless I was, like, doing it as, like, you know, like for a wedding dress or something. Like, that would be a different story, but... All right, let's get a little drink of carrot juice. See what we're doing. How meticulous do we have to be with our folding? The folding of what? Like the folding of stuff and then putting it in a bag to sell? As unmeticulous as possible. You see me do it. Literally, Fox, I'm like... I mean, hey, y'all can do it however you want. I just try to do as quick as possible. When I was on that live this morning, I was ironing. Is that what you were doing, Riz? That's so funny. I was trying to figure out what you were doing because I could see you like doing something and then you were going over here and then you were coming back and I was like, what is she doing? Because I knew you weren't sewing because you weren't like looking down or anything like that. So I didn't even guess ironing, probably because it's just not something I do. So if I missed anything, guys, too, I apologize. All right, let's get our lights warmed up here. Let's get everything turned on and get these photographed so we can move along with the day. All right. We'll put this over there so we can put our bags in it. And here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Okay. Man, that was a good laugh. I needed that. I don't know if any of y'all needed that today, but I definitely needed that today. Okay. Oh, I got a text from America's Best Eyes reminding me I have an appointment tomorrow because they're like, yo, lady, your eyes are getting older. Come on in so we can sell you new glasses. Okay, let's put this up here and let's get this stuff photographed. So when I do this, I'm going to do these in batches, meaning I'm going to do the pants together. I'm going to do the Western wear together. I'm going to do t-shirts together. The reason I do that is so that when I go to list stuff, it's all like I'm just listing t-shirts, boom, get them done. Just listing pants, boom, get them done. When you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I just find it's more efficient if you do it in batches. So let's go ahead and do these pants first here. So we'll get the fronts, smooth that out. This is, ready guys, I'm going to iron these. There we go, perfect. That's my definition of ironing. Oh, Lord. I've seen some people use a plastic tool that folds shirts perfectly. That seems above my pay grade. Yeah, that's way above my pay grade. I know that there's an app that people work from where people send them their laundry and then they wash the laundry and then they have to fold it a certain way and bag it a certain way because it's actually like a service. I can't imagine as a reseller going through all that. Because by the time it gets put in a poly bag and shipped, it ain't staying crisp. Like if you're sending something and it's like a $200 shirt or something, maybe you take a little more time and I don't know. That's just not me, man. Hand ironing is elite. Yeah, Shaylicious, that was I'm a hand ironer. I got hot hands, you guys. I told you I'm a warm boy. I got hot hands. So it has smoothed that right out. I know I came out this morning and I was like, Justin, what is the temperature in this house? I was like, I'm cooked. He's like, I'm actually a little chilly. I'm like, I love you, but I'm dying. Please turn the AC on. He's like, it's winter. I'm like, please turn the AC on. Good gravy. We're fans of the back in the dryer method in this household. Dude, that I will do that all day, every day. Like if I go to list and if I were to open this bucket and it was 40 t-shirts and they were all like wrinkled, I'm tossing those suckers on low heat in the dryer. I'm throwing in a towel that's wet and we're steaming that way. Oh yeah, baby. 100%. 100%. All right. Okay. So let's get, honey, there's somebody at the door. All right, you guys are going to hear barking for a second. All right, so we're going to get our picture here, And the first pictures I kind of take for the day, I got to do some adjusting. And I would encourage you guys to do this too. When you're doing your first photos for the day, make sure you mess with the exposure a little bit. Because the lighting in your room, if you have windows, is going to be different each day. Jack, Jack, come here. Sorry, guys, just a second. Jack, come here. I know, someone's here. Do you want to say hi to everybody real quick? Here, come here. Come here, buddy. He says, there's someone at the door, you guys. There's someone at the door, and I hate it. Okay. I know. It's very exciting. There's a nice person. They're probably trying to sell us something. I know. Every day, I know. Okay, go play. Go find sister. Go play. What's sister doing? Okay, sorry. Life moment. Okay. Yeah, tell us about it, Jack. It says there's a person here, and they're trying to ask us if they could paint our house or give us pest control or one of the other 900 things. It's every day, guys. It's literally every day. The no soliciting sign, they don't care. They're coming by. My German heard your dog. I started to whoop. I bet. Okay, so first pictures of the day. Make sure your brightness on your phone is all the way up. Number 1. Number 2, go in and get a photo and then take a look and see how it looks. If it looks too dark or too light, you either need to adjust your exposure for the day, you forgot a light in the room, something has changed from the day before. So that's a little thing. TX Bunny Thrift. What's up, Texas Bunny? I am also a Texas Bunny. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, so we got the front picture here. Let's do our waist. And we're looking at... They were 40s, I think, to start, and I think that they are staying right around the 40. Cinches, I noticed, don't shrink much. Has anyone else in here sold cinch pants? Have you guys noticed that they don't shrink very much? I don't know. Or no, these are Levi's. Oh, no, these are the Levi's. Wow, that's even more unusual, because Levi's always shrink. Oh, my Lord. The inseam is going to be shorter on these. Guaranteed. Yep. I mean, when I come across a pair of Levi's and the inseam is the same as it was when they would have been purchased, I am like literally in shock and awe because Levi's shrink up so much. And these are, yeah. All right, so there's that. And then for the back picture, we're going to get a picture of the back here. And then let's take a look at the brightness. Yeah, see, so look at that. My back picture looks a little bit too dark. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that a little bit. We're just going to bring our exposure up to +3. And it's interesting because something so little as it just getting a tiny bit darker outside can really make a big difference. And then on the back, I always get this back care tag on jeans and the pocket. People can see how thick the embroidery is, but people are particular about this back patch. You've got people shopping for this back patch to be super crisp. You've got people that want it to have that nice, like, crackled fade look. You got people that want it kind of in the middle. So I always get a close-up of that back patch for sure. You should try the Smart Sizer app for measuring. You know, I thought about it. I've tried it. I've messed around with the apps for measuring. I have just found that it is easier for me to just use the ruler. I've done both. I did it. I gave it a try. I don't know. I just really... I really just like using the measurer. I know. I'm a weirdo like that, but... All right, so we're going to get a picture here of the tags. We're going to get a picture of the makeup of it because people always ask, you know, how much elastane is it? And then we're going to get a picture of this tag to show the date. And then I like to use tweezers in my photos so that I don't have my meaty fingers in there. You don't have to do it. I think it just adds to it. I mean, you can get tweezers for $1, so pretty inexpensive little solution. And then we're going to get these wrapped up. Put in a bag, take a picture of the bag. It also adjusts the lighting some. Ooh, that is helpful. That is definitely helpful. Guys, try it out. TX Betty says, I like it, but it works best when laid flat instead of hanging. Yeah, so I think that was probably part of the problem is for me, because I had to get the angle just right. Otherwise, it wanted to make it stretched, and the size for the measurer it just wasn't like 100% accurate for me. And I don't do lay flat, so yeah. But hey, guys, try it out. Just because it's not something I didn't like doesn't mean it's not something that you guys aren't gonna like. So, I have 5 listed pieces of clothing. Brian, you have 5? Oh my goodness. Brian, are you coming to my WN show next week? Because I don't think you're gonna want to miss it. I might need your help before then too. You're probably getting a message from me. I have a whole bunch of G.I. Joe stuff that I'm gonna be doing. Especially the armpit to armpit. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Brian's gonna be there. Brian's like, I'm gonna buy all your G.I. Joes and resell them is what I'm gonna do. That's what B's gonna do. That's what B's gonna do. Hey, I don't blame him. I don't have the patience to sit there and list a ton of little toys. So, I just don't, guys, I can't do it. I don't have the patience. I can't do it. We're gonna get our skills out here, our ironing skills. There's our warm hand ironing skills. Yeah, Lynette, I got G.I. Joes. I have a whole bunch of old vintage G.I. Joes. Knowing is half the battle. Go, Joe. Pork chop sandwiches. If you guys don't know what that is, I know Brian probably does. But if you guys have to look up G.I. Joe pork chop sandwiches, it's hilarious. I'm working on some Transformers later. More that meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. Boom, boom, boom. Dude loves Transformers. Loves Transformers. You know, while everyone else is watching, like, My Little Pony, I'm watching G.I. Joes and Transformers. All right, let's take a look here. We're going to look at the lightness of those. I think that looks pretty good. That pocket looks a little wonky, though. That pocket, I can already see, I can hear Jaylicious right now saying, you need to smooth that pocket out, girl. What are you doing? You need to smooth that pocket out. That looks ridiculous. Charity, come on. Get with the program. All right. Yep. We're gonna get rid of the old one here. We're gonna do this new one. What are you doing, Jack? What are you doing, honey? Are you being silly? I know. He's back. I know. Oh, it's probably it. Oh, I think it's actually the bug guy actually spraying. Is that what's going on? Yeah. Go find Daddy. Dropping off my first My Amazon sale. Yeah, Brian, that's awesome. I have not ventured into that yet. What do you think of it? Give us all of the thoughts of listing on the Smile Amazon. Rebecca Olson is here. Catchy, good to see you. Okay, so once we get that first picture, now we are going to do the waistband here. And then, so what I was saying before when I was doing the Levi's is it seems to me like the cinch pants don't shrink a whole lot. Which I don't know why, because they're a modern brand, so it seems like they, you know, especially with the warp and the weft being, like, you know, not quality like the old pants are. I don't know. Maybe Riz knows the answer to that. It's something in the way that they make these jeans that they just really don't shrink up much. Or at least in my experience, I haven't noticed it from the pairs I've gotten. All right, there's that. And then let's go ahead, get a picture of the back here. And then we'll definitely want to get a close-up of this pocket for sure. Okay, yeah, for sure. She's a valley girl. Like, oh my God, like, gag me with a spoon. Like, that's so yesterday. All right, perfect. And then we'll get care tags and then moving right along. Singing that same old song. Foxy's looking for strawberry shortcake. Foxy, it's so funny because wasn't it you that asked about that like a couple days ago or something? You asked if I had done any strawberry shortcake, I think. This was the craziest thing. So TT has this thing that's like on this day, on this year, and you can see like what you posted. One of my very first ever like videos I made, and this is like back in the day when I would just do pictures of the item, and then I had like little you know, gifts and stuff before I was like me on there and I was trying to find my footing. But I had sold a whole bunch of strawberry shortcake. So it was so crazy because you asked me that. Yeah, you asked me that. I told you. And then literally it was like the on this day thing. So that was like, it was just weird coincidental timing. I remember being a teenager making fun of Cali girls that said that. Like, totally, like, oh my God, like, it's so yesterday. It's so fun. I love it. I love it. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. All right, getting a picture here of the tag. Now, the nice thing with like cinches or Ariats or a lot of other jeans is that they'll have the straight up model number on there, which is wonderful. So I can just type in cinch Carter 2.5s, you know, style codes here. I can find those on, you know, the old Googlies, or I could find it just straight off eBay, sell similar, boom, everything's already there. I am all about that. Oh, this has a skipped stitch back here that we need to show. Little skipped stitch here. So we're gonna get a picture of that along with a little thing. Whereas it's like, don't cut it, they can repair it. Nope, we're cutting it. We're cutting it. We're cutting it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Moving forward. Bold North. What is happening? How is Bold North today? I hope Bold North is having a bold and fabulous North Flippy kind of day. Hey, Amy, how are we? All right, wrapping these suckers up and put them in a bag, baby. Put them in a bag. I know when I first started doing this, I had like all these thoughts like, oh, if I find anything with tons of holes, I'm going to sew it all back together. And I do from time to time, I'll put like 2 stitches in, or I'll pop a button on, but I ain't doing more than that. Oh, good. Bold North is having a bold, fabulous, North-tastic day. That's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear. All right, let's see. Do we have any other pants? We've got these crazy, insane suspender pants things. A couple little strings on here. We're going to cut those off. Make that look real nice, Clark. Get that. Get that. Yep, and if you hang out with me, you're going to get quotes of Griswold Christmas, but you're going to get them all year. And that's just fun, right? We just like that. And if we don't, I don't know what to say. All right, so we're going to put those here. We're going to have to get a little weird and creative with the how to get a photo of these. We're going to get a little weird and a little creative on the photography of these. I got to button them up here. Man, these are so stinking cute. I wish I didn't like chicken sandwiches and potatoes so much, and I would be able to fit in these. But I ain't giving up the chicken sandwiches, and I'm not giving up potatoes and popcorn. So there we go, and these can go to another human. So I think what I'll do, just because these are like kind of unique here, is I may take a picture of this in parts. So I'll show you guys what I do for a lot of these kind of things. Is I will take a picture and use like an opening picture of something like that just to draw the attention in. It'll be listed as pants. The reason being is because if I put this up as my opening photo and I try to show that whole pair of pants, it's just like, what's going to stop you in your tracks? That? And you're like, oh, weird. What is that? Or that. I mean, to me, it's the first one. So, switch to pork chop sandwiches. Is it easy to recognize other resellers in the wild? Yes and no. You guys chime in. What do you think? Is it easy to recognize other resellers in the wild? I am curious what you guys think about that. My opinion is yes and no. And the reason my opinion is yes and no is because it depends on the kind of reseller. So if I go to a garage sale and somebody says, hey, do you have any video games? They're a reseller. If you go to a garage sale and somebody says, hey, do you have any, I was looking to see if you guys had any like polo shirts or anything. or something that you know is like a standard thing that resellers, hey, do you guys have any like Nikes or vintage toys or, you know, just those real staple bangers that you see? Those generally are going to be the ones that are going to like tell you that it's a reseller. Otherwise, the only other way you're gonna know, I gotta get down here in a second. Ugh. The only other way you're gonna know is if you see them like comping, and you'll see that. Like if I'm at the thrift store and sorry guys, just a second. I can't talk and be flexible. All right, just a minute. Okay. If I'm at the store, right? I'm at the thrift store, and I see somebody has a shirt, and they lay it on the rack and turn it sideways, and then they have their phone, I know they're Google Lensing it. So I think it just depends. When I go places, I'm kind of in my own world. So I don't tend to notice what's going on around me very often. I'm pretty much oblivious to it. And so I don't notice it a whole lot, but I have seen it for sure. Cameras and video games. Yeah, what Brian said. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, what are opinions? What do you guys think? What do the rest of you think? Do you think that you spot resellers in the wild, or do you think you don't? And I'm not talking about resellers that you've seen like on social media or something like that. I'm talking about just like someone you don't know or you've never seen before. Do you guys recognize that? I don't know. That's a really good question, Foxy. That is an impeccably amazing question, actually. I would never have thought to ask that. See, and that right there, guys, is why it's so important to be paying attention to even new people in our community. Like, because Foxy's like thinking about reselling, you know, she's kind of at the beginning of her journey on this whole adventure, and these are the questions that we don't even think about anymore because we've been doing it for a while, right? So you don't think about it. And that's such a good question. That's such a great question. And then the other question is, what do you do if you see one? Where I used to live in Bremerton, there was a guy, I ran into him all the time at garage sales. And we were super friendly with each other. I actually bought some stuff from him at one time. I bought some gaming systems. He knew that I liked clothing. And so he'd be like, oh yeah, did you go to such and such community sale? There's a lady here I've ran into quite a few times. I originally met her because she was the front desk lady at the YMCA that I go to for swimming. And I met her there, and we got to talking about the thrift store. So, I saw her. It was the first time I went to the thrift store in our town. And I saw her there, and she's like, hey, aren't you from the swimming pool? She's like, I recognize you because you're bright hair. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And she's like, oh, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, I'm just, get some stuff. And, she's like, do you resell? And I was like, yeah, I do. And so I've run into her at sales, and she's like, hey, there's a community sale going on, this and that. So everyone I've run into has been pretty helpful. I do know there's some nightmare stories out there of people not being friendly, or like, I've never been to the bins, so I've never had to deal with that situation. I'm the type of person, I believe there's room for everyone. And I believe that inside of my heart and the depths of my soul. I believe there's room for everyone. There are so many people on this planet. There's so many things to sell. There's so many different kinds of sellers. Look at all the different kinds of sellers we have in here, right? So I think there's room for everybody. But I'm sure there's those people out there that, they don't like the competitions or whatever. But, I mean, that's not me. It's never going to be me. Bolt says, scroll up to see my comment. If you see a young person in the middle of the day wearing a beanie, most likely a resale. Yeah, that's true. Desert says sometimes, but no. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I agree on that. All right, let's get a picture of this back here. And then I'm going to do kind of a close-up of this really cool thing here. And then we're going to get the whole pants here. This is about, as good as I can do. Like, what are you going to do? It's kind of an awkward and insane thing to have to photograph. So, such an interesting and neat pair of overalls. I may do this as my back picture on Depop. I'll probably do the front on eBay and Poshmark. But Depop, that first photo, I always try to make that first photo on Depop kind of like my banger photo. So like when I use my Nifty and I go to CrossList, I will, for Depop, we'll put like the the banger picture as like the front picture, at that first picture, because we want to stop that scroll over there. So, Katie Rancher, what's good? Gosh, guys, I cannot get over how cool these overalls are. I really, really, really wish these fit me. All right, 100% cotton in a large. All right, let's get a photograph of these here, and then we'll see if there is any other tags in here or any other distinguishing things. Doesn't look like it. Now this is something that I'm going to weigh just to see what the weight is on this. Like, I pretty much know, you know, Levi's are going to be 110, unless they're women's. Cinch and Ariats usually run 111 to 112 for the weight. But when it comes to kind of interesting things like this, should we guess? Let's guess. We're going to guess before I weigh it. Lighter than a pair of Levi's. Kind of close. I'm going to go 1.9. 1.9 and change. We're going to go 1.9 and change. All right, let me get a scale here. Get Tarot. Okay. 1.9 and change. Drum roll. Ooh, I overestimated. 1 pound, 7.9 ounces. So technically 1.8. But we were close. We were close. I want to nail it, though, like I nailed that, those pants. That was wild. I love when that happens. Katie Rancher, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in and being a part of this crazy life with me and all of us. We are friends and family. Tio Lupe, what are you doing? What, Tio? I want to know right now, what are you doing today? What do you got going on? You hanging out? You working? At the grocery store? What are you up to? This person's like, whoa, she's nosy. Who does it? Excuse me, who do you think you are? Okay, next thing we're going to do is t-shirts. Let's go ahead and do this one here. So this is our kind of cool one. And I'm actually going to make this the opening photo for all of the platforms because it will 100% sell better with that as the backdrop because that's so intense and amazing. All right, and let's take a look at our exposure here. Yeah, baby. Dang. You can't tell me you're scrolling through looking at shirts and you don't stop on that one. Okay, then we're going to get our shoulders. Oh, we're going to do front here. We're going to do the front. All right, pull that down. Even out the hemline. Make that look like the crisp boy it is. And then picture of this. Nope, we do not want to open up Discord. Thank you, phone, for trying. Let's see, let's get that. Let's get that looking a little bit more even. There's that. Perfect. And then we're going to do our shoulders. Now, when I do these shoulders, I want to make sure that I am also getting this cool little graphic here. So I want to make sure that graphic is kind of included in on the situation. And then same thing with the chest. Because remember, we've talked about this before, so I don't want to totally bore you guys here. But we talk about, like, exposures. Like, when someone's looking at a photo, they generally need, like, 5 to 21 exposures of something to decide to buy it. If they're an early adopter, they're going to buy it right away. If they're a late adopter, they need to see something over and over again. Well, the more times I can show, like, the cool graphics, and I can, like, you know, be in their space with it, the more likely it is that it's going to sell in that moment, and it's not going to just sit in their cart. And I'll show you what I mean. Notice on all the photos here, I tried to, anything I could, I'm making sure I've got, like, a cool logo in there. Those are all exposures. So, Whiskey Morning. That sounds like a dangerous and wild morning. That also sounds like the kind of day where you're going to need a nap. Whiskey Morning means you're going to need a nap. Right? You're going to need a little snack and a snooze. Mom's buying in the house. How is mom's today? So, Foxy, this is the extent of my professional t-shirt folding. Ready? 1, 2, 3, fold. That's the That's the super crazy fold. That's it. That's all we do. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let's get a picture of this. And then also people like to know what it is made out of. This is 100% cotton or something like it. Nowadays, I don't know that I trust when it says it's 100% cotton. It's like, what kind of cotton are you talking about, though? Is it real cotton or is it cotton with a bunch of elastane plastics in it? Whiskey Morning's laughing. Whiskey's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Yep, Foxy, we can do that. That's how easy that is. All right, let's get a picture here of the bag. Why do I take a picture of the bag? Well, guys, when I go to do my inventory, I need to be able to put the SKU number in. I mean, good gravy. All right, next up is another t-shirt here. We're going to do this little Abercrombie. Now, the weird thing about these shirts, I'm going to take a look, is, oh, I see what this is. Oh, wow. Interesting. Oh, there's a little pinhole here, so you got to pay attention to that. It is like an irregular. How interesting. All right, well, there we go. So, with these little Abercrombie shirts, same thing with Tommy shirts. I don't know why this is, but I find these like almost kind of oil spot stains in the front. Now, if you see that, you can always use a little of the ZOTE soap and get those out. Just be aware when you're taking photographs of that, if you see it, to either choose to list it with that and then make sure you say, it's got a spot on it, or, wash it or clean it or whatever it is you decide to do. I don't know why, but I'm going to say the three shirts: Abercrombie's, Tommy's, and Polos. Those are the three shirts I see those, like little dark kind of oil spots on more than any other brands. So just be aware of that when you're picking up stuff, and then also when you're listing stuff. I remember in the beginning, oh my gosh, you know how many shirts I bought in the beginning, like polos that had like spots on them that I didn't see, and some of it will come out, but it really does devalue it quite a bit. So, Fatty Wap, Potato Books, what are you guys doing? Where you been? Stells, you changed your profile picture. All right, let's get a picture of this here. Little Abercrombie and Fitch, little Y2K, no doubt about it, or maybe post Y2K. I could stretch and say it's a post Y2K. That looks kind of dark to me. We're gonna go ahead and lighten that up just a little bit here. I want to give the best version of what the color of the shirt is that I can. If that means I gotta take a picture twice, then great. The light made that look like there's a spot there, and there's not. So we're gonna get rid of that one. And we're gonna do one more. One more. Alright, let's take a look at that one. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do shoulders. And this is really interesting too. I think this is the first one of these I've ever seen with an outside stitch like this. I don't think, and it's outside stitched, the whole thing is outside stitched. Is that what's making it irregular? I'm not sure. That's really interesting. Have you guys ever seen this on an Abercrombie shirt? I'll have to show you when I get up there, kind of like what I'm talking about. Really interesting. Like I said, I've sold quite a few of these muscle shirts, and I have never seen that. And then I'm just going to take my little ruler here, and we're going to get a little picture of that little pinhole guy there. Very, very interesting. All right, get a picture of the back, and then I will show y'all what I'm talking about. And a little lit rolly action, because we don't want no hairs. We don't want no hairs down there. We don't want no hairs. We don't want no hairs on our derriers of shirts. We're going to get them off. All right, there we go. Come on, Abercrombie. You look great. Look at you. You're looking so handsome. You look like a hot boy from the mall in 2003. All right, so let me show you guys what I mean by this. Brandy, how are we today? Laura Pitt, what are you doing? what's Laura Pitt up to? Yeah, so take a look at this, guys. So it's like outside stitched, right? Which I've seen on shirts before. But it's the whole shirt. So this, the bottom, everywhere. The whole thing is like inside out stitched, which is really weird. So I don't know. Maybe this was a specific design they came out with or something, but I don't know why it would be irregular. I'm not seeing anything else that makes me feel like it's strange. We got a mystery, Scooby. We got a mystery. Why would they say this is irregular? We're going to match up the... Oh, I see what it is. Look. The bottom slightly twist over. I'm going to get a picture of that. So that's what it is. The seam, instead of just going straight down, is like slightly... This is interesting. Really interesting Abercrombie. Zoinks! Zoinks! Are you on Poshy? I am on Poshy. I'm NiceComps over there. You can find me every single place in the world. I am just NiceComps. So find me. Give me a shout out. Give me a little follow. Laura says, hey, I'm doom scrolling on the FB and it popped up on the FYP. Nice to meet you too, Laura. Welcome to the insanity. We do a lot of reselling stuff over here, but we basically talk about anything and everything. I am a chronic oversharer, and I laughed so hard on the live that I snorted, and I'm pretty sure I almost peed my pants. So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? That's kind of how our days go over here. I haven't broken anything. I only lost my notebook today. I haven't had to Band-Aid anything. We've only had one person come to the door. It's been a pretty regular day. Awesome. I meant TT. I knew what you meant. No, hey, we all need more coffee. And when there's 900 apps, guys, I am still trying to delete all those apps I put on my phone from when we had like the TT downtime. I was like just downloading every app people were talking about. I went in, I had like 14 of them. I'm like, okay. It's gone too far. All right, so our next one we're doing is that Lone Star Pew Pew range one with the troops on the back. Can y'all guess what side of this shirt I am going to feature first? It's probably no surprise because I'm already showing you. This is like the quiz in school when the teacher's like, you know, hey guys, we're going to do a quiz on, what's something from school? I don't even remember. We're going to do a quiz on stalactites and stalagmites. Don't forget, the stalactites hang from the ceiling and the stalagmites are on the ground. Now, I may have that backwards, and that's highly possible. But, like, I loved the teachers that they would tell you what the answers were. I'm like, zing! Done. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Thanks for the follow, Bug. Potato Books, I'm so happy you're here today. Foxy says, you got it right. 10-4, Captain. 10-4, Captain. Oh, I hear squeakies. I hear squeakies. Where's Salvi? Salvi likes when she hears the squeakies. It must be puppy feeding time. They're gonna let us know. Did anybody see the little post I put up before I was on here? Did you guys see the one of Jack and Sally with the cap? With the cap cut? You can like make them, your dogs look like they just got a perm. It's so great. I watched it like 15 times. It's so funny. You guys can do it to your own dogs too. It's awesome. Thrifty Mommy, thanks for the follow. Christine Ireland, I am also Irish. Can you tell by the green and the red? Oh my goodness. All right, let's get a picture of this back. We're definitely going to play around a little bit with the exposure on this because it is a nice, rich, dark black color. But, like, you know how bad lighting can look. So, make sure when you guys are doing photos of your black clothing, if you need to bring the exposure down a little bit so it doesn't look so faded out and gray, I would highly recommend doing that. So, got a picture of the back here, and we're going to turn it here. Now, here's a perfect example. Here's some of those little spots on this one. So they are there. You can't really see them outside the bright lights, but I am definitely going to point them out. Now, this is an inexpensive $12 t-shirt. I ain't spending a bunch of time scrubbing stains out of it. That is not going to happen. I will point them out. I will also let the person know in the listing. You know, couple small discoloration, darker spots in the front. I did not attempt to get them out. Buyer can choose to do so if they wish. And that just lets the person know, like, oh, hey, she didn't try to get these out. So there is a chance they'll come out. And the chance is probably pretty high. I'm just not spending a bunch of time on a $12 shirt. That is not a good use of my time, right? All right, so we're going to get that. And then let's get our shoulders here. And then we will get the length and chest area here. Like, I'll do some lint rolling. I will wash it if it's disgusting. But I am not cleaning little spots. There is a time, though. Man, when I first started, I think when we first start, we do that. It's like with any job. You're overdoing, you're overthinking, you're over-preparing, or at least that's what I do. I'm a chronic overthinker. And so, because my brain's going 900 miles an hour at every moment of every day. So it's like I just did so many things I didn't need to do in the beginning. But that's how we learn, right? Always stretching, always growing, always learning. Okay, here we go. Lint roll on the string. Yeah, Laura, you like that little trick? Some old string laying around. Nothing fancy. But I love it. Oh my gosh. I wanted to tell you guys about this. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Okay. So I'm in here and I am preparing for the WN show that I had on Tuesday, right? So I'm, getting games set out, and I got to take pictures of a couple of the banger games that we sold to get them up ahead of time, right? So you guys know I always have my lanyard on. I'm so used to literally having this on and just letting go of my phone that I don't think anything of it. Luckily, it's carpeted in here. So I take a picture of this game and I literally just let go of my phone. Because normally it's on a lanyard, but I was only getting like 3 photos, so I was being lazy. I didn't get it off of the hook like I usually do. I know. And I went like this. I took a picture and let it go. And it was like, thunk, 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 thunk. I was like, okay. Well, that's what happens when you are lazy and you don't just put the lanyard on. It takes 2 seconds. So I just thought you guys would get a kick out of that because you guys know how dependent I am upon this lanyard for everything. I literally wear it out in public when I go places because otherwise I'm going to lose my phone. So I just let it go. It just flew. I was like, well, that's a $1,000 phone. Just rugging it on the carpet, brung, 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 like a slinky down a set of stairs. It's like, oh my goodness. Nicole, yes. You know what? You got to laugh about that stuff, right? If you don't laugh about that stuff, then it just gets too serious. Who wants to be serious? Serious is boring. Okay, next we've got Hook 'em Longhorns, Nike shirt. We're going to get this puppy up here and get it listed. I almost just tripped over my carpet mat. No big deal. Just the usual. You know what the goal is every day at my house? The goal at my house is to make it to the end of the day without needing a Band-Aid, a splint, KT tape, or a visit to the urgent care. Because I literally trip. Like, my brain is here. Anybody else out there that's like spicy or ADD or anything like that, you guys know what I'm talking about. Your brain is here. Your brain is already gone over here, right? I'm already over here, but my body is still here. So my body's like back here. I'm over here, and then my body has to catch up, and sometimes it's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, it's literally like America's Funniest Home Videos at my house most of the time. Are flea markets worth checking out? Are they still around? Double question. I think that, first of all, yes, they are definitely still around. We have one here in my town. I went to it. I've gone twice. I found one booth that had reasonably priced stuff, Everything else was priced like eBay prices. So there's no room for me to now there's new vendors there all the time and stuff. So I'm willing to check it out again. But with the couple times I went, it was kind of a bust for me. Now there's people like AZ, like Arizona, he goes to flea markets and he always is finding like really great stuff. So I think it just kind of depends on like where you live. What is the flea market like? Who, you know, that's such a dependent thing. I think you'd have to just go and see and look and see if anything is good. And the easiest way to do that is just while you're there, take a picture of the item, look it up to see what that item is selling for. So if you don't know the name of the item, you can always just use Google Lens, right? Take a picture of it, kind of stand there, wait, and just see what something's kind of selling for. It's going to give you an idea, right? I mean, it's not going to tell you exactly what something's going to sell for. And I mean, if it's an expensive item, you might want to do just a smidge more research, look in there. But for me, I like to do things quick. I like to make decisions quick about if I'm going to get something. So I just do a quick comp. So let me just show you guys how I would do it. So let's say that there's this tape measure and I'm interested in this. Now, a lot of you, this is going to be rudimentary because you guys have been reselling, but we got new people on here. Oh, I think I might have we either have an eBay sale or a question. Oh no, it's just reminding me to do a draft. I'm on it, eBay, just settle down. Okay, so let's say that I'm interested in this tape measure, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Google Image. I'm going to click on the little camera icon here. Now, this is assuming that I don't want to look it up just by the name, right? So if it's something that doesn't have a name or you don't know exactly what it is, then what you can do is just take a picture of that item, right? And then what it's going to do is it's going to pull up here at the bottom those items. Now, instead of just looking on this main page, if you click right there on the other side of all where it says products, it'll show you that item and you'll get a general idea of what the price is. Now, if you want to get more specific, you can go into eBay, you can look at the sold comps. I tend to use this a lot, this method, because I can just get an idea. Now, if you see it on Etsy, it's always going to be outrageously priced. I promise you. It's going to say this thing is $80. And then on eBay, it's going to say $24. On Poshmark, it's going to say $42. And on Mercari, it's going to say $13. But it's going to give you an idea if it's worth it. So if I see this, right, I'm looking at an item, and let's just hypothetically say that it said like 20, 30, 40. Well, I know I'm probably going to get between 20, 30, and 40 is maybe 30. And okay, that's now my interest is piqued. Then I ask how much it is. And if they say $2, I'm like, well, that's $28 in profit. I got to pay taxes and we got to pay all the other things out of it, but that's still a good profit. If they say $14, I'm going to be like, okay, no worries. I'm probably going to pass on that. So that's kind of how I do my comps. Now, if it's something that's more expensive, I will go into eBay. I will do the long drawn out part of it, which is to type the thing in, go to sold comps, look at all that stuff. But since I do a lot of clothing, I don't have to do that. With hard goods, sometimes you gotta be a little bit more particular, only because you want to make sure that it actually sells, right? Like this stand, maybe there's 50 of them up and only one has sold. Well, why isn't that thing selling? That's not a good sell-through rate. That's like, 1% or 0.5% sell-through. So I think I know that was beyond the flea market question, but that kind of wraps up into that. So when you go to a flea market, you just got to kind of go and look. The first time I went to look and not buy. I bought a blow-up Budweiser-y man cave giant thing. I bought it for $5. I sold it for like $20. I got a belt buckle, and something else I can't remember. The second time I went, there was a guy and a woman, and they had a little kid, and the guy said, hey, I've got really low prices. My wife is preggies right now. and we're trying to get a place, so I'm willing to make deals. And I'm like, awesome. I mean, I got a pair of Hunter boots there for $5. I got Levi's for $2. I think the total was like 25. I think I gave him like $30 or something for everything. And so that was worth it. But all the other booths I went to, it was just a waste of time. But that doesn't mean it's like that all the time. So you just gotta try it out, right? You gotta try it out. Okay, let's see. And that was me taking a small break, in case you're wondering. Sometimes I just have to like stop what I'm doing because it's feeling monotonous, and I have to like just talk and do something else. I do that even in here when you guys aren't with me. I'm like, I just walk in the other room, play fetch with Jack for 10 minutes or something, because sometimes it's like when I do something that's starting to feel repetitive, I start to get like anxious. That's such a weird thing, right? Guys, every time I come on here and I talk about all my little weird picadillos, I'm like, dang, I am a lot. All right, what is that? What size is that? It's so weird. The tag on this is like such a weird color. I can barely tell. Feels like an XL. Does that say XL? Yeah, XL. Yeah, look at the tag on this. Oh, maybe I can see it in here better. No, it's like it's not faded. It's just like a silver color and really hard to see. Kathy Gillard. What are you doing, Kathy? Good. Where have you been? Kathy's like, I have never been to your live before, ever. Who are you and what is even going on? Kathy's like, I'm freaked out. This woman's lost her mind. What is she even doing? Ooh, Foxy! Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt! Hey, thanks for the lightning bolts. That's my LARPing. There's this great video, so old, deep in the archives of the YouTubes, of these cosplay kids doing like a LARPing activity, and they're out and they're like, you know, we're here at the something county fair, and we're here to do what's called LARPing, and it stands for live action role playing, and I'm here with my friend Matt. Matt, say hi. Hey. Matt and I are going to show you some amazing techniques. Ready, set, go. And he's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at Matt, and Matt's going to deflect my shield. So he goes, pew! And then he goes, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. And Matt's like, oh, and like slow motion down. It's so good. It's so good. I don't remember if his name was Matt, but it's something like that. Great video. Deep. That was my nerdy impression. That's my impression of actually kind of myself. I mean, I don't do any LARPing, but, well, that's not true. I will wear a costume anytime to anything. I am all in with the costumes. I am all in. You guys give me a reason to have to wear a costume? Let's go. The amount of theme parties that I have thrown, if I had any of my, like, in IRL, in real life, friends just hanging out on here, most of them are like, what is TT and what are you even doing on there? But I have thrown the immense amount of, like, theme parties. I've done, like, murder mysteries, pirate murder mystery. I've done 80s nights. I've done 80s prom, 90s nights. I've done, oh my gosh, retro toys night, guys are girls, girls are guys, dress up as your favorite celebrity, dress up as your favorite tragedy. Like, I've done so many different theme nights. Like, you give me a reason to have to dress up, let's go. Let's do it. When are we doing it? Where are we going? Your energy and laugh. Oh, thanks, Laura. I appreciate it. You know, I'm a 50-50 for people. Either I'm so much that they can't handle it. I'm a lot. If you have a hangover, can be too much for sure. But so I either get like the whoa, I can't do you, or I get the oh, you're fun. So just not like on a Saturday morning at 4 or 5 in the morning for people. It's too much. Unless we've been up all night. That's different. Just one more chapter. 0616. Oh my goodness. I can hear that. It's time to go to bed. No, just one more chapter. I can totally hear that. Look at that Colorado Rockies looking all good. Looking all great. Looking all amazing. I mean, come on. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka, waka, chicka boom. All right. One more time. All right, you got that there. Got that there. Perfect. And remember, guys, we're trying to get that logo in as many of those photos as we can, because that logo is going to be what helps us to sell this and keeps the person from scrolling to the next page and buying somebody else's Colorado Rockies 3/4 button-up polo, dry fit, quick dry shirt. General merchandise. MLB. Lindsay's Treasures without the E. What are you doing? What are you doing on this fine and fabulous Thursday? Ooh, who's got plans? What are you guys doing this weekend? I want to live vicariously through you all. I want to live vicariously. TikTok Tracy. Hi. I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, bling, what are you guys doing this weekend? I think I am going to potentially go garage sailing on Saturday if it looks like there's going to be enough for me to make the adventure. The last time I went, I was able to hit 20. You guys know I usually like to hit like 40 on a Saturday. I hit 20. I left the house at 7:30. I was done by 2. The problem was I had to drive so much because they were so far in between. So think about this. If I am spending 3 minutes, I'm turning, burning, churning at a garage sale, 3 minutes. So if I do 20 garage sales, that really is only like an hour max. That means I am spending 4 hours or 5 hours or however long it is driving around. So it's just a whole lot of driving. So I prefer when I can do it where it's like community sales or neighborhood sales or something like that, because it's just a better use of my time. Otherwise, what ends up happening is my Saturday is completely gone. And then I'm just like exhausted by Saturday night because I literally have been driving for like, 6 hours or something. Like, y'all know how exhausting driving can be. Like, it really is. Like, truck drivers, long haul drivers, that is a really hard job actually, because you are like on the road, and when you're driving, your muscles and everything are like slightly tense. So you're basically slightly tense because you're trying to be ready for everything. It's not like you're just relaxed, like, whoa. Like, unless you're like super fancy space age person and your car drives itself or something, oh my Lord, that's going to be amazing when that happens. But like in the meantime, while we're all still stuck in the dark ages where we have to drive our own cars, like, it is exhausting. So, that's what I think anyways. I don't know if y'all agree. Ashley, what's good? Nobody has any weekend plans in here. Not one person. All 387 of you. Just kidding. There's not that many people, but I like to pretend that that's happening. None of you guys have any sales going on. Or anything planned. Any sales. None of you have anything planned. I don't know if I believe that. All right, little Western wear here. Little Western, a little brush popper shirt to be exact. And super cool. Look at that color. I mean, you can't get much more neon pink than that. How do you get over that awkward feeling of walking away without buying anything? I always feel bad. Easy. You just leave politely. So when I get to a sale, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Great. You guys been busy? I pretty much always say that. Oh, no, it's just getting started. Oh, right on. Okay, well, I'm just going to take a look around. You're looking, you're finding things, you're asking questions. Oh, great, da, 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 da. And then at the end, I just go, well, nothing for me today, but I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope you sell it all. You got really great stuff here. Okay, take care. That's what I literally every time I say the exact same thing. So I'm working on the weekend, says God. Everybody's working for the weekend or on the weekend. So yeah, I get it. That is definitely can be an awkward feeling at the beginning. And here's the other crazy thing that y'all might not know. So when I go out garage sailing, that first sale of the day that I go to, I even feel a little awkward still. And guys, I live for the garage sale. It's like my favorite thing to do besides go to a concert, right? So I love doing it. But that first one, I'm always like a little, get the butterflies going, flippy in there. And usually it's just me just being brave and just being like, hey, how's it going today? You been busy yet? Great. Wow. Well, nothing for me today, but I hope you guys sell it all and you guys have some really cool stuff here. Okay, take care. Once I get past that first one, then I'm good. Going through our closet for things to resell, just starting out, just one more chapter. I love that. And you know what? That is exactly the literal best way to get started in this. For a couple different reasons. One, you don't have to pay anything, right? You already bought this stuff. That stuff already owns you. Now you get to give it to someone else so it can own them, right? So you already bought the stuff, so it's free. But I think the most important lesson with any of it is the lesson of learning, because you're able to learn how to comp something and look up, comp means completed sale. So you're able to look up that completed sale. What is it selling for? You're able to figure out how many are on the market, how many of these have sold. It helps you to start thinking about percentages. It helps you to learn how to price things, how to ship those items, how to run a sale potentially, how to send an offer, how to receive an offer, all those little things. And the great thing is it's stuff you already own. So you know the history of it, you know where it's from, you kind of already are past the hard part of this, which is finding an item and identifying what it is, right? And correctly identifying it. But you own it. You already know what that is. So that's the best thing. That's how I started. I started out by selling stuff that my mom had from when she passed away. Decorations. She had a lot of, she was really into Egyptian culture and Asian culture. She had a lot of really cool decor. It's not my thing, guys. I have punk rock posters and Star Wars stuff. My house literally looks like a 14-year-old boy's bedroom. That's my style. That's what I like. And so, I kept what was important to me, and I have a little section in my dining room that's specially for her that I have up with some stuff that's special to me that I get to say good morning to her every morning and stuff like that. But the great thing about her stuff was it was actually kind of hard because I had to find the hard good and I had to look it up on Google Lens and I had to learn all of these things so that when I did go out and start garage selling, or at the beginning I did thrift stores as well, I already knew how to do that. I already knew how to look the item up. I already knew how to find out how many of them sold. I already knew how to look at the percentages. I already knew. I knew kind of how much it would cost to ship something because I had shipped a big heavy statue of my mom's, So I think that's great. That is exactly how you should be starting out, and I will die on that mountain. Buck Mountain, speaking of mountains, what is Buck doing today? What do you think about the new conditions category coming to eBay February 4th? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to have to see what it's like, and then I'll have an opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Here's my only thing. I guess I do have an opinion. I'm just kidding, Buck. I have an opinion. Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them. They generally stink. Well, so does what someone thinks of something. You can look at that shirt and say, oh no, that's an excellent condition. And I can look at the shirt and be like, well, no, that's more of a good condition. And then we can look at something else and I can be like, oh wow, that's great. And you're like, well, that's actually really terrible. Or I can look at something and be like, those are garbage. And you're like, no, that's actually in pretty good condition. So I think the problem with it is it's so subjective that it's you're basically asking people to rate a movie. And if y'all have ever been to Rotten Tomatoes and read reviews or anything, it's all subjective. What you like, I might not like, and vice versa. Our opinions are going to be different. So, I don't know. Yeah, Buck feels the same way. That's how I feel. So I think what I'm going to do personally, because Justin and I actually talked about this when we were switching from Vendu over to Nifty. We were talking about this. And I think if it is brand new at tags, I will call it excellent. If it is brand spanking new without tags, I will call it excellent. I think everything else is getting good and kind of good, or whatever the categories are going to be. Because what I was taught when I was doing sales and marketing is it's always better to under promise and over deliver than it is to over promise and under deliver. Meaning, I'd rather tell you a shirt is in good condition and you get it and you're like, wow, this is actually in excellent condition. I'd rather get that, because that's going to be a return customer. That's going to be a review. That's going to be future sales. That is not a headache of things being returned. So that's kind of how I feel about it. So I don't know. What do you all think? Does anybody else have any other opinions? Again, just because I have an opinion on it doesn't mean that my opinion is the correct opinion. All right, I'm going to get a picture of this back here. This is such a cool shirt. So bright. I mean, you just don't see these brush poppers very often. I think I've only, maybe I've sold like maybe 6 of these ever in all of the hundreds of Western shirts I've picked up. So they're pretty hard to find. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, this has a iron-on patch, but I don't know. We'll see. Somebody might actually like that. I mean, you never know. I saw a great post by I think it was Flippin' Philly that did it over on the FB. And it was a picture of like a car. I hope I'm not saying the wrong person. I may be, but we're going to go with it. It was a picture of a Carhartt hat. And it said, what you see as dirty, someone else sees as style. And it was like a Carhartt hat with like stains and stuff on it. And it's so crazy true. Like, because someone's going to buy that hat because it is stained up and looks, kind of grungy. And we all know that that's popular. So I think it's kind of the same thing with the condition stuff, like trying to rate things. It'll be interesting to see if they stick with it too. I mean, a lot of times companies like eBay or Poshy, eBay usually when they make a change, they usually stick with it. But it's sometimes they can just like take it back, or people will just learn to ignore it. We see that on other apps like Poshy. When it first started, it was all about like, oh my gosh, I'll follow you if you follow me, and it was an actual real thing and everyone really trying to follow each other. And now everyone's just using some sort of body of some sorts to do it, because what Poshmark wanted to do was they wanted to create this atmosphere of it being a social media platform, but they did it by force, unlike Depop that's done it by encouraging it in a different kind of way. So with Poshmark, they wanted that to be so bad. They wanted it to be that kind of hub, and it's just not. And so it got forced. So I'm thinking maybe with this eBay rating thing and the conditions thing, I'm thinking maybe if it feels forced onto all of us resellers, we come to an unspoken agreement of how it's going to go down. And then in turn, the buyers will start to feel like it's not really an important part of it, if that makes any sense. Bailey says that was my thought too. What lights do you use? Buck, if you go to, I don't remember the names of the brands because they're crazy to pronounce. If you go into my link over on my bio, click over to where it says reseller supplies to get you started. If you go into that, there is my little different things in there, and you'll find them in there. I also have even easier. If you go over to my YT, just go into my videos and look for clothing display or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called. That's terrible. I should know that. And underneath that in the description, I think I have clickable links down there too. Whatever's easiest for you. But that's where they're at. I think one of them starts with a G. I can't remember. So, and I've got I have them all along the top here. I have them on the sides. I have them running along the front bar here. And then I also have these like shop light things that point in here and then right across here. So, and I'm really happy with them. So this is like our third attempt at a box, and I love this one. It's definitely what I'll stick with. I just spent 3 hours making a YT video and lost it in the cloud. Oh, dude, that's the worst. That is the absolute worst. When you spend all of this time and love and care going into a video and then it just disappears, you can't do nothing but walk away. Because if you don't walk away, you're going to lose your mind. 100%. Like, oh my goodness. That is terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you. As someone that used to do digital media marketing stuff, I have had that happen with many projects. So I totally feel that, and I'm so sorry that happened. Especially when it's like in the cloud, 'cause it's like, you're like, I didn't do anything wrong. All right, we're going to get a picture here of this. Now, I will probably use the back as our photo, just because I think it's going to stand out more. But since I've got it this direction, we'll go ahead and get pictures of this here. So we're going to do shoulders, and then we're going to do sleeves, and then we are going to do the chest area here, and make sure I'm making sure I'm getting that graphic in there too, folks, because that's the banger. And then isn't this new with tags? Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to position this in a way. Oh, and this has a little spot on it. So this is gonna be new with tag flaws. There's a little spot down there. It probably is just something that needs to be washed, but I'm not gonna take the tags off of it and wash it and go through all that. So. But somebody else can, and I will sell this for at $6 less than I was going to, just to get it out of the inventory and get it sold. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of place this here so that the person can see the tag, and then we're going to make this our opening photo, because that's going to catch the eye so much more. So that compared to that, right? That's like, it's a shirt. I don't know what it is, but it's a shirt. That's like, oh, this is interesting. Ooh, there's a tag on it. Ooh. Yeah, LED. Definitely LED. I have now switched out of regular light bulbs for everything in here is LED now. And all of these in here, I think are right around 5,500K. The ones I use for the hard goods, which are these ones here. I don't know if you can see those. They're the box ones that I have in my, if you're on YT, you can see these, or IG, or probably actually just YT. You can see these ones here. Those are the ones I use from hard goods, and those are the ones that Joey actually recommended. So I got the ones he was using for his photos because I saw his photos, and I was like, okay, those look really good. So these ones go up to 8,500K. So they're like really nice. Hey, Jessica. And I'm so happy to be done with the regular light bulbs because, guys, it's not 400 degrees in here now. Oh, Lord, I was sweating so bad this summer. It was rough with a capital roof. Like, it was so tough in here. Oh, my gosh. Bailey, welcome back. All right, so we're going to get a picture of this tag. Now, this one has a MSRP on it, but it also has an old sale tag on it. So we are going to take that off because we don't want the sale tag. What we do want on there is them seeing the original MSRP at $49. So that's what we want them to see. So I'm going to get a picture of that. And then we'll also get a picture of the tags. And sometimes just subtly putting that in there can really help to get something sold. Like I said, this one's got that little spot at the bottom. Oh, and you know what? I didn't get a picture of that spot, did I? We're gonna get a picture of that spot with a little ruler. We're gonna do a little lazy way here, but we're just gonna put the ruler up to it. I know. You're like, Charity, you could literally just hang it back up. I'm like, yeah, but that sounds like so much work. There we go. Perfect. Time is money. All the little shortcuts. Give me the shortcuts. I'm a shortcuts kind of gal. Like, my hubs, he's the long cuts kind of guy. He'll do it like the full, thorough, start to finish thing. I'm just like, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Which is probably why he does a lot of the cooking in our house. Because otherwise it's just like, yeah, good enough. He's like, that's like half cooked. I'm like, it's fine. Just dust it off. You'll be good. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. All right, we're going to get a picture of this here. Got a few more things to photograph. We're going to hammer these out and then get them listed. So yeah, so I guess you were saying New Belgium is an actual beverage. So this is going to be a beverage Patagonia. It's a really like super soft, very, very nice shirt. Very, very nice shirt. All right. Let's get that in there like that. And that in there like that. And I don't think I need the flat lay hanger for this. I think we're going to be good. I think that's good. I think that's groovy. Groovy like Sunday morning. Where is Groovy Grabs? What is Groovy Grabs doing today? Where's that Groovy Grabs? All right. And then we're going to do length. And then we're going to do arms. And then we're going to, and I'm making sure too with this, I'm noting like, hey, there's extra buttons. Look at all this cool stuff. We're going to make sure we get the New Belgium in this photo too. Because I don't want anybody being like, excuse me, knock, knock, knock. Yes, I bought a Patagonia, a long sleeve men's button-up organic cotton fiber shirt from you. And I didn't realize it said New Belgium on it. I don't even know what that is. So I was just wondering if I could get like a 50% refund. I'm going to be like, nope. Because you know why? Because New Belgium was in 5 of the photos, the title, and in the description. So no, you can absolutely not get that. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Meg Electric's here. Uh-oh, trouble's in the building. Uh-oh, Meg's here. Something's going to happen. Something crazy's going to go down. Core 72, Opal's here. Meg joined the team. Uh-oh. Shoot, we're going to be drinking daiquiris and singing karaoke songs by 7 p.m. if Meg's on the team. You know what's going to happen. All right, and then with Patagonia, they almost always have the tags down here. Make sure you're getting everything. People that are going to purchase Patagonia are going to be a little bit more particular when it comes to knowing every little dot of information that they can. So make sure you're getting the original. There's always a long tag. There's always a secondary tag on Patagonia. And then every once in a while, there'll be one more additional one back here. Sometimes it's a nonsense code. Sometimes it'll have like a date code on them. Not always. Patagonia is funny. Their labels seem to just be ever changing. It's like every year it seems like they do something different. At least in my experience. I don't know if you guys had the same thing happen, but Laurel Creek, what's up? Thrifty Duckies! Who, me? Oh, never. Meg would never be doing something wild and crazy and feisty. Never. Nora, what's going on? Hey, guys. I'm happy to see you. No, they won't, LOL. Not now they won't. Not with me putting all this down. Hey, thank you. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. I appreciate it. Oh, I don't want that. I'm getting ready. I'm so confident this is going to sell. I'm already putting it in a shipping bag. Well, what do you think about that? Excuse me very much. Thanks for the gift. Hey, Allison. Annie's here. Annie, you're doing so good on all of your videos. I hope you know that. I am so proud of Annie. She has come such a long way in such a short period of time with doing videos and showing what she's shipping and getting on lives. And I'm just crazy proud of you, girl. You're doing awesome. Bailey, thanks for liking the live. 3.6, guys. We've been on here for 4,500 days. All right. We are going to put this up here. This is our little Roper shirt with all of the cool. Every time I see Roper, I can't think of anything but Three's Company. Please tell me that there is someone in here that it's not Southern. I know Southern's not going to have any idea what we're talking about. But there has to be someone in here that every time they see this Roper, they think, come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too. Do 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 do. Something they boo. Three's a company too. Beep. Yep, go and knock on my door. Have you seen the Roper bar hops? No, I have not. Tell me more. You had me at bar hop. Tell me more about this Roper bar hop. I need to know everything immediately. So we're getting our arms, our sleeves, all of the good things here. One of my favorite things is when I sit down. Oh, this has got pitlets. I call those little pitlets where they got little stainy pitties. This needs a little OxyClean and a little scrub dubby. 3 bears in a tubby. I am not selling something with pit stains. Moving on. They dress up as Mrs. Roper. That's amazing. That is amazing. We're just going to get a little hand sanitizer for the hands here after touching that last shirt. Woo! That's spicy smelling. Woo! All right. Teresa Pitts. That's weird timing. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. So we got Columbia here. This is a little 3/4 mock neck. It's got a little bit of like pilling here and there. So we're going to get our handy dandy little thing out. I got to empty this though. Get out the old. In with the new. Rudy Rod. I want to see this Mrs. Roper situation. Rudy Rod's in the house. Don't even worry about it. He is here to say hello and see what this crazy person is doing with a Columbia mock neck on here. Rest of it looks good. Good. We're going to do 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back side of this, 2, 1, good. Gotta set a time limit on that because otherwise I'll sit there for 4 hours convincing myself that I need to continue to do that. Good. And we're checking all pockets because we all know there's going to be a Kleenex, a cough drop, and some other random thing in this pocket. Knot came undone. We're going to retie the knot because we don't want the knot to be undone. And get that tied there. Perfect. Good. All right. Zip up the pockets and make sure that they work. Second. Just a minute. There's a thread stuck in it. Come on. Come on, you pesky pocket. I got a thread stuck in it. I got to get that thread out of there. The photos are hilarious. I have to see this. Captain, what's up? Captain, my captain. What is up, Captain, my captain? One of the greatest movies. Anybody else a big fan of the Dead Poet Society? I love that movie so much. Oh my goodness. Robin freaking Williams. I mean, genius. That guy was a genius. I mean, he's got a million good movies, but like when I think of him, I think of like Jumanji, which was like beyond amazing. And then you've got Mrs. Doubtfire, hilarious. Good Morning Vietnam, amazing. Then you've got, what else do you got? Good Will Hunting. It's like one of my husband's favorite movies. What is going on here? There is like a serious thread stuck in this. What else? Like, what other Robin Williams movies do you guys really like? Oh, you know which one I really liked? But it didn't get like crazy good reviews, but I think it's so good. Is, did anybody ever see What Dreams May Come? Do you guys remember that movie? And it's like his wife and his kids like something, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it because it's so good, but his kids like get into an issue and then, there we go, all fixed. Sometimes you see a little TLC. Yeah, I had a meeting, so I had to hop off. Oh, Captain, well, I'm happy you're back. To me, his best movie was 1 Hour Photo. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie. I don't even know if I saw that whole one. I might have to pop that on at some point here. Yeah, he's so good. Patch Adams. Oh, come on. What was one? Jack? Oh, and then Hook. How can I forget that? Like, I mean, come on. Pirates, hello. Like, he just was such an incredible actor. Like, so good. Definitely one of those people that, when I heard that he wasn't here on this plane anymore, it was just such a sad day. I mean, obviously for his family first, but, you know, for all of us fans out here that really enjoyed him, he was such an amazing person that brought so much joy to so many people. Not a pirate movie fan? Oh, man. Well, God, that's where you and I are going to have to differ on that one. Because, I mean, my favorite movie is Goonies. So, that definitely says a little something. Like, Goonies is definitely my favorite all-time movie. I like anything pirate stuff. I've always been into it. I mean, I got tattoos on the backs of my legs here. I got pirate tattoos here. I got a giant pirate tattoo piece on my back. I don't know why. It's just always something I've been into. Tina and Paris, I'm happy to see you. Denise, what are you doing, Denise? What in the heck are you up to on this amazing Thursday? But you know what's great about movies is there are so many movies out there. And that's why I love movies so much. There's just so many movies, so much to see, like, so many good things. I'm trying to think of the last thing I watched. I feel like we just watched a movie, and now I can't remember what it is. The other thing about me, while we're on the topic of fun and exciting things, is there's got to be one of y'all that can relate to this. I can literally watch the same movie 300 times because I get like 7 minutes into a movie. First of all, y'all don't ever want to watch a movie with me because I get like 7 minutes into a movie and my mind just goes somewhere. I don't know where it goes. It goes somewhere. I start thinking about something else. I'll get up and just start walking around. We were trying to watch, Justin and I were trying to watch Star Trek Discovery the other day. And I got like 3 minutes in, and then I got up, I went in, used the bathroom, started a TikTok thing, did something else, and I came back like 30 minutes later. Justin was already off doing something else. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, we were watching something. He goes, yeah, it's okay. He's like, I know. And I'm like, I just went in. I said, I put some laundry away. I went to the bathroom. I started making a TikTok video, probably researched a random thing. Totally forgot we'd even started that. And that happens to me all the time. So I can watch the same thing over and over again because I really probably didn't watch it. Like, it's not like I'm trying to not watch it. My brain goes somewhere else. Cheerio, Tina. Top of the morning to ya. Jennifer's here. VT's in the house. All right, and then I just noticed this has got just a tiny little, I thought I saw, didn't I see like a spot here? Oh, right here. It's got a little tiny spot here, which again, I'm just going to put it in the photograph, but whoever purchases this is more than welcome to attempt to get it out. I don't do that. I ain't spending a bunch of time on a $15 Columbia mock neck. J-Licious is back. Ooh, we got one more thing after this, guys. And then your girl needs to get some lunch. Ooh, you know what I got? You know what I got today? Instead of a boring old salad today, you know what I got today? Y'all are going to think I'm so crazy for this, but I really like the Costco pizza. Not the one that you get there that's already cooked, but they have one that's like not cooked, that's like more of a gourmet one with like big huge things of mozz. It's got tomatoes that once you cook them they get like fire roasty. It's got like a pesto sauce on it. It's so good. So for Justin and I, of course, it's way too much pizza for one meal, so I can split it into a couple different meals. And so I had part of it yesterday and then for dinner, And then I'm going to do that for lunch today. I'm going to do some pizza for lunch. Hey, Kelly. It's just me, says hello. What did you guys have for lunch? Did anybody have anything exciting? Anything delicious? All right, this tag is so crumpled up here. So Columbia is interesting. It's something that I used to pick up a lot, and I will still pick it up now if I'm getting it like at a garage sale, but I certainly am not going to pay what thrift stores believe you should get for this. A lot of them will be trying to charge, $20 for something like this. I'm like, I just sold one on eBay for $17. So, Goodwill, you be tripping, yo, or Greedwill as I call it. So, just be cognizant. Really think about your Columbia pieces. Same thing with Carhartt. I'm just throwing that out there, and North Face. I'm just throwing those out there. Y'all can do with it what you want. I'm just saying, and I'm not necessarily talking about new tag stuff, and I'm not necessarily talking about the specialty pieces. You see like a North Face puffer jacket, or you see a Carhartt zip or a double knee, or you see vintage Columbia, or something that's like got, Omniwick, and then it's got, heat core, and it's got 4 other bells and whistles. I'm not talking about those pieces. I'm talking about your everyday, standard, simple stuff. Just kind of maybe do a little bit of research on that. Leftover pizza. Meg, you and I, we're the pizza girls today. Ooh, chicken noodle soup. Oh my goodness, I was going to put a stew in the crock pot this morning. Well, that didn't happen. Leftover enchiladas. Ooh, that sounds good. Jennifer, that sounds really good. Curry chicken and rice, and then I fell asleep and you were still here. Ooh, curry chicken and rice sounds so good. Joey, hey. We were just talking about you and those lights that I love. The lights you recommended that I love, that are amazing. Steak and mashed potatoes. Court, what kind of life are you living? Have a steak and mashed potatoes for lunch. What kind of business do you have having something like that? Good gravy. The GWs in my area are tripping. They be new with tags. It's clearance at $5 and Goodwill to charge $20. I am telling you, I had a friend of mine send a picture. She took a picture of the tag. It was a little girl's dress. She took a picture of the tag. It was like $25 or $24.99 or something at Goodwill. That same dress was for sale on Target's site for $5. I was like, okay. Alrighty, GW. You have lost your actual mind at this point, and the greed has taken over. Like, it's not, like, don't even get me started on Goodwill. You guys know I will rant for 2 hours about it. But, it's not even, like, the price is great. Charge whatever you want. I get it. You pretend that you're not a for-profit business, and you are. But that's fine. But, like, the audacity to not only charge those prices, but then to also charge well and above and beyond, like, on their online suites of what they want. Like, even their stuff that they're trying to sell, like, on their eBay stores and stuff, which, come on. Goodwill, grow up, first of all. You shouldn't even have an eBay store. You're a donation-based, supposable charitable organization. Okay. We won't even, well, I'll let that go. But the fact that you have the audacity to charge, like, triple. You, like, look at, like, a Coach bag or something that they're selling, and they're asking, $90 for it or something, and everyone else that's selling it online for, like, $52. You're like, what are you even doing? Who do you have over there comping this and making these prices? Is it some sort of robot, or is it, like, some incredibly out-of-touch human being that has no idea what the price of something should even be? Like, grow up, go to bed, get a life, stop having an eBay store, start offering, single moms and dads a deal again. Stop making it look like it's us resellers that are causing a price increase, because it's not. It's your greedy, meaty hands and your shareholders, and you're thinking that you're going to pretend like you're giving everyone a good deal. Oh, and let's not get started on the fact that they don't even offer discounts for senior citizens or veterans that are literally keeping our country safe. Sorry, you don't get 10% off anymore. We got to sell that wallet online. Like, oh my God, I have so many feelings about it. I literally can't even go in one. I can't go in one because I just get too mad. I'm too upset about the whole situation. And I think it's like, I think a big part of that is like, I grew up in like severe poverty. Like, we had no money. My mom made $5 an hour cleaning houses when I was little. And so because of that, we were completely dependent on the charity of others as well as thrift stores. And we didn't have a Goodwill in our town at the time. We had like a St. Vinny's and a little thrift store called Second Chances. And so we were so dependent on being able to get those items at a reasonable price. That's why people donate. And the worst part is that most people that still donate think that's what's happening. And it's not. There's just millions of people donating to Goodwill every day, all day, in person. And they're literally being deceived by the fact that they think that this money is going to the community, and it's not. They think it's going to special needs employees, and it's not. They think it's going to give back to others, and it's not. It's literally not. I don't even know how I got on this tangent. It just, every time I think about it, it irks me. And all I can see is my mom. My mother walking in with us when we're little to a thrift store so she can get us back to school clothes, and so she can get shoes for my brother because his feet are growing so fast, or get a coat for me because I lost it on the bus or something. Like, that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. They get it for free. Like, I could literally go on for 4 days. My region is not taking on those, and they still honor an offer. Hey, if mine's like, screw everybody. Too bad. Job centers never open. Yep, I agree. Seniors and the veterans discounts are back in my area. Good, because that's insane. That's absolutely ludicrous that would be taken. Same here. Yep. All right. Well, guys, I get worked up. From time to time. It doesn't happen very often. You guys know I'm an overly positive, optimistic person, but every once in a while, it's just something. There is something that just gets under my skin, and it's that injustice warrior in me comes in. I just want to go stand out in front of every single, you know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. I want to go stand in front of a Goodwill, and as people come in, I want to say, are you reselling, or are you just here to buy things for your family? I want to take these people and I want to put them in a parking lot and separate it. All right, everyone that thinks it's the resellers that are making Goodwill more expensive. Here's the 3 resellers that came here today to find items to flip. That one flips dresses, that one flips shoes, and that one flips polo shirts. Now, here's all the people that came to shop here because they don't have the funds to go spend money on the clothes brand new because our country doesn't have health care. Whatever the reason is why they don't have the cash for it is irrelevant. So here's the people that you're so worried about, and here's all these people, veterans and older people and single parents and people that have lost jobs and all these people that just need a break. They just need help. They just need a good deal. So, hey, Goodwill, knock, 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 grow up and figure it out. Good Lord. Woo! Worked up, honey, she's worked up. She's worked up. He's like, yep. He's like, she must be talking about Goodwill in there. Because we all know how she feels about it. My poor husband's probably like, yep, I've gotten to hear about it 400 times. All right, got a little string here we need to get cut off. Oh my goodness, here's a reverse idea. What if they allowed everybody in need or who wanted to go through? Yeah, how about that? Everything first, and then they sold only what was left after that. Perfect, let's do it. Sign me up. I'm all in. Like, it's just so crazy. And the other thing is, okay, last thing I'm going to say. This is the last thing. All these resellers that they're so worried about. We are in there to spend $6 on a pair of pants and sell them for $28. We ain't some sort of rich, fancy folk living up on the hills, just raking in all the oh, look at all these great pairs of pants I've gotten for such a low price from Goodwill that they got for free. And I'm taking all of my profits and I'm buying mansions and I'm going on yachts and doing all these fancy things. We ain't doing none of that. We're paying a water bill. We're getting some Costco pizza and a pair of used shorts at a garage sale. So what do you think about that, Goodwill? Put that in your pipey and smoke it right here. Still the same. I have a big problem with that bezel in the upper executives about 15 years ago. Dude, it's still happening. It's insane. I'm literally paying for my dog food with my money. Yes. Creekside's like, I'm just trying to go to school and I'm trying to feed my dogs, yo. Whoa, we got Guitar Cold Purple Hat Fire 4. Ooh, good to see you. What are you up to today? Okay. I don't even know, guys. I don't even know where I gotta look at my pictures to see what photos I've taken and what photos I haven't taken. Good gravy. I'm dropping rulers. I mean, she's getting Joe Pesci. It must be about time for some pizza. All right, chest there. We got our JanSport logo in there. This is what I do with my hoods. I don't know if anyone else does it. I don't really see anyone else doing it online, and so I like to stick out. So I do it like that. Definitely need a lint roll here. Definitely need a lint roll there. Get all those little hairs off there. Hairs cannot be there on the back of this shirt. All right. And this one's probably not some crazy huge big sale, but you know what? A sale is a sale. I mean, I gotta make that crazy money so I can go live in my huge 1,400 square foot mansion. It's crazy, I tell you. It's just wild. She's just lavishly out there living a crazy life, making millions of dollars off of getting jeans from the thrift store. You can't stop her, folks. She's a millionaire. Oh my gosh. Oh my gourd. All right, got that. And let's go ahead and get the tag here. You can tell it's Friday Eve. We all have it, dude. We are fed up to here. We are fed up. We're over it. We're moving on. Dude, Creekside thought about killing me. Vicky! There's Vicky. Vicky's one. Vicky, we were getting compliments on the shirt today. Vicky got me this shirt, and it was just like, oh my goodness. How would you even know that I didn't have this? And how would you even know that I want this so bad? She's like, other than you talk about NoFX all the time, and you literally wear their shirts all the time, how would I possibly know? Yeah. Vicky, I got a new sticker in there. So if you're a subscriber here, I put a new sticker in there in honor of our good friend Chad the Pickle Man. It has a new sticker in there. It's so adorable. There it is. Oh Lord! If anybody knows, I Can Hustle All Day. He is like in love with pickles, and so I took a little picture of him and a pickle, and I put them together. So he's got his face, a pickle body, and then he always says, "Oh Lord!" every time someone says something. So I had to put that on there. Thanks, Vicky. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know she'll get a kick out of it." Hey, John, what's good? Okay, you guys, that is all of my stuff for today. It's going to be what I get listed later on today. So that's it for me today. Guys, thanks for coming to an exceptionally long. Coley says I had a BLT at work. Yeah, that sounds good. I believe GW is behind vilifying resellers. Coley, I would not doubt that. Which is also crazy. Oh, here she goes. Which is also crazy because why should they care who is coming in to buy the stuff? As long as it sells. And the worst part is because they've marked the prices up so bad. Have you guys seen those videos of how much stockpile they have now? You think we all have a hoard? You think we all have a money pile to get through? Have you guys seen the videos of the donation centers that have all the stuff outside that has gotten snowed on rained on, covered in leaves. It's literally garbage now because the stuff in their stores isn't selling fast enough because they're trying to get so much for it. So now people are still donating like they always would because, guys, if I wasn't in this business of reselling, I would have no idea that Goodwill was doing this thing online and there was this big beef in the community and they're taking advantage. I wouldn't know that. So what would I do with my items when I no longer need them? Well, I would, if I'm not a reseller, I'm going to take them and I'm going to take them to Goodwill. Where else are you going to take them? Right? I mean, maybe I'd take them to my local thrift store, but I'd probably just take them by Goodwill. There's a drive-up. There's a drive-through. You drive through and you drop it off. I mean, it's like getting a burger. So it's like a reverse burger because you're giving them the burger rather than giving you the burger. So you're giving them the burger for free, and then they're trying to turn it into filet mignon. I'm going to leave it at that. So, all right, you guys, thanks for joining me. I'll be back on tomorrow to do some shipping. We made some sales today. So everything that's sold today, we'll be shipping out tomorrow. If you came to our WN show, everything should be shipped out now. Everything's on its way, probably overly bubble wrapped, but that's how I roll. And if you have not bookmarked our next WN show, do it. It's going to be fun. I'm doing vintage toys next. So it's going to be vintage G.I. Joes and a bunch of other stuff. And then the one after that, I'm going to be hosting a vintage Tupperware party. And I will leave it at that for your imagination to wonder and ponder what weird shenanigans she's going to have planned for that. I'm just saying. So, and then the ones after that are still to be determined what I'm going to do. I have so much stuff, you guys. I got shoes, hats, more video game stuff, t-shirts. There's so many things. So, all right, you guys, have an amazing day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Thanks to all of our subscribers that are in here. Everyone that joined the Crazy NiceComps team too. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, peace.